All right, man. Welcome to the BS sessions, man. I'm doing the introductions tonight. Jerry's getting over salmonella poisoning. So, man, he's a trooper. He's on the show tonight. Right on, Jerry. Thank you, man. You didn't
Have
have
a
to
nice
be.
have a nice glass of wine, bro. It's got a lot of vitamins in it.
Oh, yeah. You might
This is
become
my
a
wine
wino.
tonight right here. You're a big time trooper because if I had congestion, I wouldn't even be on.
Oh. But man, I'm gonna introduce from Andy's new partner, co-host on the Blackspinner Circle podcast, which I saw that I listened to that episode today, man. I'm gonna take Maiden because you guys missed two great albums, Fear of the Dark and Power Slave. I'm gonna take those over the albums I don't like by Priest. So there you go.
Well, we didn't miss them. They just didn't align with anything.
Yeah, so that's a tiebreaker because those albums rule. They would have been anything by Priest to me.
I don't know about that. Well, Power Slave, yes, but I don't know about Fear of the Dark.
Yeah, I would just say great show, man. Great show from and Joseph Staub was on there too.
Yeah.
And I just want to say congratulations. You guys are awesome. I listened to it. I wanted to hear it. I asked, I can't find it on the internet. And he gave me the link. So I listened to it, plugged it in my car stereo, and just listened to it on the way home. I finished it when I got home. Pretty cool. You guys rule, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we're introducing Andy from Blackspinner Circle. How you doing, Andy?
I'm doing A-okay, man. Just excited to be here tonight, which I'm always excited to be on the BS sessions with you guys. I really enjoy talking music with y'all, and I'm excited about today's topic.
Nice. Al from Be Cool or Be Podcast Out, his YouTube channel, and now Blackspinner Circle. What's up, Al?
What's up, dude?
Nothing,
Glad to
man.
be on, man. Thank you.
I think your team just got a touchdown.
What happened?
Oh, you guys are in the end zone. You're second and goal. There you go.
Mark's keeping tabs on the Cowboys game.
I'm rooting for the Cowboys.
Oh, dude.
I beat the Seahawks, man.
Yeah, I know. That's what I've said. I'm conflicted. But man, let's get to the BS today. Let's start off with some football, man. Nate put up a post about quarterback rankings, and I'm going, yeah, the guy from Texas fucking rules. These other guys, man, where's Purdy? Where's Brock Purdy in there? The guy gets no respect. Like the Joe Montana of the fucking NFL. He has to beat
Joe Montana of the NFL.
Well, Joe Montana was disrespected by the Niners and Notre Dame. If you watch a documentary on him, they always try to get somebody to replace him on both teams.
In the Niners' defense, dude, Montana in his last few years was always getting hurt, man. He was always getting hurt. They needed somebody. I mean, they made the right decision, I think, keeping Young. Sorry. I mean, just the way I think. It's football, man. It's a business. You got to win. You know, you can't win with your quarterbacks on the sideline getting hurt. Granted, his last year in Kansas City, he played all year, but still, I mean, the last few seasons with San Francisco, Montana was like hurt half the season. So, you know.
I know. One of those Super Bowl years, didn't Steve Young start like half the games to get him there?
Yeah. That
long run with Minnesota, remember that one? I don't know. I think if they would have kept Montana, dude, they would have got at least another Super Bowl. At least two more. That's just me.
I don't know, dude. That Dallas team was pretty tough, man.
Yeah.
And so do you think Purdy is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL? A top 5?
I think he is. He's the highest rated quarterback since he came in. He makes mistakes and he learns from them. And I think
if he beats Philadelphia this week, he will be.
I think those 3 games that he was rushed back from a concussion, he wasn't Purdy. I think he was still loopy. You know, and they rushed him back. The Niners should have just let him sit. They lost those 3 games anyway, so. But
yeah.
I'm just saying, but your quarterback, man, Andy, I agree. He's a good quarterback, man.
Yeah, he is a good quarterback, but I just hope it's not too much too soon because we always hear rah, 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 and this dude's awesome, and then poof, they're gone. You know what I mean? Yeah. We've seen that happen so many times in every sport. So,
yeah,
you know, I'm not jumping the gun yet.
Well, he's better than Ryan Leaf and DeMarcus Russell.
I'm better than Ryan Leaf.
DeMarcus Russell. Oh, God. But Al, what do you think about your football team just scored a touchdown, by the way. You guys
Thank you.
There you go.
I didn't see his list or anything, so I don't know. Like,
Well, Nate
It
was
has a
saying,
top 5.
yeah, Nate was
right
saying it was after the San Francisco game. The ratings were. That's what he told me. So it
Oh.
might be
Okay.
true. It might be true.
Yeah, we were all going off on Nate. That was funny.
yeah, I missed that exchange there. So
It's on his post. But
Yeah,
let's
but
get
why? But why were y'all
Now,
going
look.
off on this? Though?
Now look. In Dallas's defense, yeah, they've beaten bad teams, but the way they've done it is very fucking impressive. Those are still professional teams, and they just
Yeah,
annihilated them. I mean, they just annihilated them. I mean,
But then it's not like San Francisco has been playing the toughest of the toughest either.
we beat
Well, I
more
mean-
teams with winning records than the Cowboys have.
Yeah, but y'all have always also played a lot of clunkers.
Well, those 3 clunkers were pretty concussion. So
No, I'm saying clunker teams, bad teams.
not that many.
You want me to go over them?
Nah,
Because I
don't
looked
care.
at it and I kind of chuckled.
I chuckled.
kind of like
Pittsburgh-
right now.
Man, I give your quarterback props, man. What do you
Pittsburgh's a decent team. They beat them.
Okay.
Cowboys,
Decent.
decent team. They beat them. Seattle's a
Yeah.
decent team. Beat them.
Okay.
Who else? I can't remember who else.
Well, the Steelers are 7-4 or 8-4, something like that.
Yeah.
They beat the Rams. The Rams are no good. Giants are no good. Cardinals are no good. The Cowboys, Browns.
Eagles are the team to beat, man.
Yeah, Eagles. I've said that. I told Ryan T. Russell or whatever his name is. Sorry, bro. That
mean,
his
they beat
Eagles. I messaged
Jacksonville.
him. I said, "You're gonna your Eagles are gonna win, man. I don't think the Niners can handle a running quarterback. We never can."
Or never mind. I think the Eagles are gonna
Jacksonville.
win.
Jacksonville is another team we beat. It's
Yeah.
decent.
Yeah. All right. You're right.
But dude, like I even said this earlier, you got to fucking play the schedule you're dealt. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's simple as that. So, and like I said, I mean, yeah, they're shitty teams Dallas is beating, man, but they're not just beating them; they're wiping their ass. I mean, total, which is really impressive. I mean, that dude's got what 5 or 6 pick sixes this year. I mean, that's amazing stat, dude. That one cornerback of theirs.
Yeah.
You know, I can't
And
remember Bland or something like that. I can't remember his name. But,
Well,
yeah.
their Pro Bowler went out, the other cornerback, man. So, like that guy
Diggs,
stepped
yeah.
up.
Yeah, that's what you got to do, man.
Yeah.
What you got to do.
So Nate's like sitting there going, "Yes, they're giving my Cowboys props." I'm just joking, Nate. I love you, Nate. But let's want to get into some more BS.
Sure.
I got some. Let's put this together because they're both Hall of Fame or Hall of Shame stories. Sharon Osbourne, Ozzy deserves to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a solo artist. And then Simon Kirke of Bad Company and Free have not yet been inducted to the Hall of Fame. He says they should. I was getting into conversation about why the Hall of Fame is whatever today. And they said these artists just have an ego. That's why they want to get in there. Because I said, well, the artists want to get in there. It's just the fans that don't want them in there because they put in music you don't like. I don't know about that, Jerry. What do you know?
We talk about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame all the time, how, you know, our different opinions on it. So I really have nothing to say about that. If Bad Company and Simon Kirke wants to get his band in there, more power to him. I can care less either way, you know. So that's all I got to say.
Andy?
Ozzy solo, yes. I believe. Oh well, first of all, I love the Hall of Fame. I love the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I like to see the controversy of people going in. I like to debate about who should be in, who should not. So Ozzy should be in as a solo artist. Bad Company, I don't believe are Rock and Roll Hall of Fame worthy to go in there. They're a good band, but to be in the Hall of Fame, you got to be one of the best of all time.
But every vocalist copies Paul Rogers, man.
But they're not. Yes, Paul Rogers is a great vocalist, but is the band Bad Company one of the greatest of all time?
Simon Kirke is a fucking great drummer. Boz Burrell.
Yes, they're a great band.
Nick Rouse, great solos, man.
I know they're a great band, but are they one of the best of all time?
Yes. Who have they put in there that, dude?
Oh yeah,
they're better than Nirvana. God damn it!
Yeah, but they didn't turn the needle like Nirvana did, bro.
But they are a better band.
but they didn't break
Better
any
is better
barriers
subjective, man. I mean,
or tear down genres or change the
But
world.
it goes by
in any way.
influence. Bad Company has influenced a lot of fucking today's music, man.
Yeah, but they did influence more than Nirvana. I can tell you that.
They what's that Five Finger Death Punch does their song Bad Company and ruined it. It's still people go back to Feel Like Making Love.
Actually, I didn't think that was a bad copy. Actually, I didn't mind that one.
I'm just saying. Well, let's get to out. What do you have any more, Andy?
Oh no, I was just gonna say that Bad Company is a good band. I love their songs, but I just don't think they're Hall of Fame worthy. That's all.
But do you guys think? But do you guys think the band or the artist should decide who goes in and not the Hall of Fame? Don't you think? That? Like what members? I mean, go in.
I think the fans should decide.
Yeah,
I think the fans should really decide. I think, they count all the fan votes as one vote. I think that's bullshit.
I mean, I agree. I agree with Paul and Gene about the Bruce.
Let the people decide who goes in.
but the thing is, you know who wins the fan vote every year? Like, well, when you go in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they let you vote for what artist you want. Motley Crue's been on top of that list for years. They ain't worthy. They have like one good album and like a bunch of like so-so albums, man. And the fans vote for them.
I don't know, dude. Like,
I would let the band decide.
I think your criteria of like who's worthy or not is a bit off, dude. Because I mean, Motley Crue fucking spearheaded a whole fucking movement,
a whole genre, a whole movement.
Like whether you think they're good or not is kind of irrelevant, dude. Because I mean, should the New York Dolls be in?
No.
You don't think they should be in, right?
No, I don't. I think Bad Company should be in before them.
Yeah, but Bad Company, I love Bad Company, dude. And Paul, if they were going to induct Bad Company, they'd have to do like kind of a double, like Free and Bad Company at the same time, because Simon and Paul Rogers were in both bands. I think if they were going to do it, they should just kind of lump the two in, kind of like what they did with the Faces and Small Faces. They kind of put the two together and put them in. Because the two groups shared members, dude. Bad Company is a great band, but I think I might agree with Andy, dude. I don't know, what did they really do? Paul Rogers influenced a lot of singers, but did they really ever fucking move the needle, bro? Like, I mean, they sold millions of records. Yeah,
there's a lot of artists in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame who haven't moved the needle. Did Steve Miller move the needle for people?
Yeah,
not really. No, he didn't. Nobody was influenced by Steve Miller. No,
here's my controversial look. I mean, glad Charles isn't here because Charles would fucking read me a new asshole for saying this one. But the Sex Pistols only one album.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean,
I think they should be in.
Yeah, because that one album.
That one album spawned fucking so many bands, dude.
Well,
Ramones.
I'll give you that.
I know the Ramones. I know the Ramones were first, and I agree with that. But the Sex Pistols deserve to be in as well.
Yep.
No.
Well, it's like Heart.
So if the Sex Pistols don't deserve, I mean, Guns N' Roses really is in because of Appetite for Destruction.
Yeah, they don't deserve to be in there either.
Okay, then
I agree with that.
Take them out, take the Sex Pistols out, that's fine.
I think Bad Company is better bands than both of those bands.
That's your opinion. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And Charles is probably going to message me tomorrow and go, "You fucking whacked."
Right. Well, no, I like that album. I love that album, but only one album. I mean,
but that one album, dude.
Yeah, but at least the other bands had other albums.
Like I always say, Tesla was better, but they didn't have Appetite. So
well, dude, don't ever expect Tesla to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Do you?
Oh, I know that. But they should.
I think Bad Company would be able to get in.
They started the acoustical craze, man. 5-man acoustical jam. So
I wouldn't be mad if Bad Company got in. I wouldn't be like, oh, they don't fucking.
Oh, yeah, I'll be fine with it, but they're not going to because they don't belong there. I'm sorry.
Well, listen to Tesla. They started that acoustic stuff because MTV started releasing those albums because 5-man acoustical jams did so well.
When did Nickelback come out?
I don't know. They don't.
2000,
One is
2001?
one is their
No,
25 year.
they had they had an album in the 90s.
Oh, did they?
Like
So they're
before they
probably
hit, I think
They're
before
probably
they hit,
eligible then.
I think before they hit with that one big album or whatever, I think there was 1 or 2 albums before that. So I think like mid 90s, I think they actually was like their first album.
So they're probably eligible right now, huh? Okay.
They're not gonna go in.
I'm not going to go in.
Oh,
They're not
also
gonna-
the Velvet Underground don't belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame either, or Lou Reed.
You see,
Nickelback
but
in the rock
why
and roll.
not?
Because they suck.
Because you don't like them.
I heard that album,
It's
Nico.
not the Mark Alden Taylor Hall of Fame.
That's why everybody in this chat room right now has their own Hall of Fame, dude.
I know, and that's cool, man. You guys it's cool to have different opinions. I'm not
Right.
pissed. I'm just being an asshole right now.
And that's, I don't even like the Velvet Underground, and I don't like Lou Reed. But
Thank you.
I mean, they were a part of a movement of a whole different genre that spawned
Alternative,
so
really.
many different bands after that throughout the 70s, 80s, and
I mean, they were alternative in the 60s before there was ever even that term,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, they were college rock before there was college rock.
I'm just
They
gonna
were-
say.
I think the joke
about.
about the Velvet Underground though, or something like that is like I don't know, it's like only like 10 people bought their album or something. But yet they're fucking in the Hall of Fame and shit. But I mean it's funny about them. I mean, it's not like they're not like a band that I listen to or anything.
Mhm.
See you later. You too. Have a good day at school. Sorry.
That's okay, man.
So I don't know, where the hell was I going?
Velvet Underground.
Velvet Underground. Like I have that album. It's not like an album I really pull out a lot, but once in a while I do like to throw it on, dude. It's actually like kind of something different to listen to, you know what I mean? It's not really my thing, but a lot of people like I love Frank Zappa doing it.
I like Frank
thing.
Zappa. I love Frank Zappa.
And him and Lou had a fucking rivalry.
Well, Lou sucked. Frank Zappa was a genius. Lou was just a pretender.
Yeah, well.
That's just my
A lot
opinion.
of people do like Lou Reed a lot.
I don't.
Yeah, he has his fans, dude.
Well, Eddie kind of Strachey loves Lou Reed, I guess.
Yeah.
But that
Yes.
like you guys hate Yoko Ono, which she is a horrible singer. That Nico chick was just as worse. God damn.
Yoko Ono wasn't all that bad.
Oh,
Oh man.
what was that? Controversy. You like Yoko Ono? Ah!
I'll talk about it when I get to my list.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh, we got something.
I
to
will
look
say
at.
this about Yoko Ono, though. Like, I mean, I'm not a fan of hers really, but she did. Her and John Lennon, they did really kind of spearhead like an experimental kind of whole thing, because that's what she is. She was experiment. What the hell happened to Mark?
I was gonna say, wouldn't you fall over, Mark?
Oh shit, my camera fell.
Like, I'm looking at a
Andy?
fucking ceiling fan or some shit.
I
Yeah.
already drank too much.
No,
Boingo,
no,
boingo.
the Cowboys scored and it knocked my camera down.
No, but Yoko Ono, like, it's the whole like experimental thing with her. That's really kind of if you listen to a lot of like bands in the 90s, you could tell like there was an influence there. It was a definite influence. So whether you like her or not, again, another artist where you could say she's shit, but whatever, dude. I mean, she was different, and stuff like that. It's not my cup of tea, but hey, Andy likes her. If Andy likes her, it's cool.
No,
You know,
if you like, I
if you
never
like cats, if you like cats fucking in the woods or some shit, the sound of.
Well, I wouldn't call it in the woods. And maybe
I
in the
would say
backyard.
one cool thing about me being sick this week, I basically listened to the Beatles for like 3 straight days, and I'm starting to realize what you guys see in the Beatles, man. They're a fucking great band, dude.
That's what
I
we
was
keep
always-
doing.
I was a so-so fan, but after just listening to their music for the last week, man, they're a fucking good band, dude.
Dude, they have
Totally.
some clunkers, but they're freaking genius though, because their highs are way better than their lows. Like you guys were talking about that on the Iron Maiden Judas
Yeah.
Priest episode. Fucking cool, but fuck, man.
So I'm late to the the Beatles Express, but I'm getting there.
That's fine.
All right,
Better
man.
late than never. That's what they always say.
Since I have Al on the show, this subject needs to come up. And I seen what he said about this, and I think it's pretty cool. Geddy Lee, I plan to get together with Alex Lifeson, and we plan to write some songs. I'm going to go with Al first on this one.
I think they should, dude. They've been lifelong friends since they were in fucking junior high or whatever. What's wrong with getting together and writing some songs? See where it goes, man. I have no problem with that. I welcome that, actually. I'd love to hear them like collaborate on something, just the two. I'd like to hear them collaborate. Like, you know, obviously I miss Neil and I wish he was still alive, and I wish, you know, if he was still alive and healthy, there were always been that hope that Rush could have got back together and did something. But I'd like to hear just the dynamic of him and Alex without Neil's input, though. If we hear what they could come up with, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man. I mean, it's cool.
All right, I'm just
welcome that, man. And if they, dude, listen, everybody's like, no Neil, no Rush. I understand that. I don't think they're gonna use the Rush name if they do a tour or something. I really honestly think they're not gonna use the name. They can go out as Lee and Lifeson, like Page and Plant in the 90s, and I guarantee you there's enough of a rabid Rush fan base that they can even fill arenas just on their two names, dude. They don't even need to use the Rush name, you know. Because fucking Page and Plant, dude, I saw both those tours in the 90s. They packed out the fucking arenas, dude. You know, there wasn't a hint of the Zeppelin name in there. You know, that's why they didn't invite Plant, because they didn't want those Zeppelin connotations. They didn't invite John Paul Jones.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't want the Zeppelin, because if he would have been in there, it would have been the three of them. Then it would have been a bit more. Oh well, like why? This is Led Zeppelin. You know what I mean? So I think the reason why they left him out, it could have been money too, but
that's kind of fucked up, because he was a Swiss Army knife of Led Zeppelin, man.
Well, yeah, he was the secret weapon. But listen, they did the two because they wanted to do the Zeppelin thing without having the Zeppelin name hanging over their heads, you know. And both tours were successful. I saw, dude, whenever they launched into a Zeppelin song, I never heard a crowd more thunderous in my life than those fucking shows that I went to, you know. And I'm glad I went to that, man, because that's the closest I would have ever seen Zeppelin anyway, you know. Although I wasn't running to win a trip to fucking the London O2 reunion show. I had a one.
Oh, dude, love that.
I had a 1 in 10 shot, bro. Fucking 1 out of 10 shot of going there, and I didn't get it, but it was just exciting to even be in the running, like, for that, man. You know what I mean? So yeah. I always said if I won that, I was gonna take my brother to that, man. Me and my brother would have went, because he was the guy that got me into Zeppelin, and you know, Paul, if you're listening, you know, I love you, brother. Anyway, like I welcome the Geddy and Alex collaboration, so they can do it, man. And if they want to call it Rush, dude, then it's their band, man. They can do whatever they want.
I think people will still go, even if they did call it Rush.
Dude, all the people that are bitching like, oh, it ain't fucking Rush without Neil, I guarantee you they'd still buy a ticket and go see it.
I don't care. I wanted to see Geddy go like make another solo album, but if he's writing with Alex, that first Rush album was basically them too, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, that was fucking 50 years ago.
I know, but they could write together though.
Yeah,
they know how to write music together, and I bet they did contribute some lyrics here and
I like the lyrics to Geddy's My Favorite Headache. I thought he has some good lyrics.
That is a fucking great. I got that on vinyl and CD. Yeah. I got my original CD that I bought the day it came out.
Yeah. Man. What was I going to say? Also, and I mean, throughout Rush's career, there's always been the odd song here and there where Geddy wrote the lyrics too.
Yeah.
You know?
I think I'm going bald.
He wrote the lyrics to Tears. He wrote the lyrics to Different Strings. There was some good lyrics he wrote too, man. You know, so
yeah, man.
I think Cinderella Man. I think he wrote that too.
That's a great song, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only one bad Rush song to me, and that's Tai Shan, which Eric R.M.C.P. Jordan loves. I don't know why.
That's my take on it. Go ahead, Jerry or Andy, whatever you want to say about it.
You want to say something about Geddy saying him and Alex are writing songs, Andy?
I think it's a great thing. I'm not as big of a Rush fan as you guys are, but I think it's a good thing that they do get together, not just for the fans, but for themselves too. You know, they've been doing this their whole life. You know, you can't just stop. You know, So I'll be very interested to see what they do. And I think that you guys are right. You know, the just their last names combined will bring in people. I mean everybody knows who they are. It's not like they don't know who Lee and Lifeson are. I mean, ooh, look, they can be called L&L. But
Just look at Geddy Lee's book tour, man. He's selling that shit out.
yeah, yeah. So I'm not worried about that.
And it
I
came
think
nowhere near me, dude. I'm fucking bummed.
It was at me with Jack Black was at the one in LA. I didn't look. I am so pissed.
I'm surprised you didn't go to that.
I know. I didn't know it was happening. I'm so busy, dude, at work and then doing this podcast. So
you didn't know that it was in your town?
No, I'm so pissed.
I knew that it was there.
Why didn't you?
I was almost gonna message you, like ask you, like if you were gonna go to it, but
somebody needs.
Yeah,
to,
they like
you know,
release
I miss things. I'm basically working on these 2 shows and then working and then so sometimes I miss it, man. I need to get Foo Fighter tickets, so they're here next summer. But shit, and Maiden's playing a day before my birthday, October 8th, here in the Forum. That's
I am going to see the Stones down here.
Oh, enjoy.
Yeah, man.
I hope they're good because that last album. Oh,
It's not about the albums, bro.
Huh?
So what about the last album? It's about fucking seeing them in concert, dude.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I hope they survive. But Keith Richards is going to survive the apocalypse. So, but let's get to some funny shit, man. A 3-year life at sea cruise is canceled company because it acknowledges it has no ship. So some of these people sold their houses or rented their houses out because they thought they were going to be on a 3-year cruise. Any thoughts on that, Jerry?
Do your research, I guess. I don't know. Fuck. I thought about this. If something happened to my wife, Kevin forbid, and I'm like an old fuck in my 60s and 70s or whatever, I would probably do that, something like that, because I love the fucking ocean. I love being on the water. But I would definitely do a research before I sacrifice my savings, all my savings and wealth to be on it. So yeah, I mean, like I said, do your research, man, before you spend all your money.
And what do you think about that, Andy?
I've been on a couple of cruises, and I'll tell you something. They're fun, but after 1 week, I'm ready to go home. After 7 days, I don't know about this 3-year-long boat trip. Fuck that. No way.
What about you, Al?
I agree with Andy.
I fucking love it, dude. I'm sorry, man. I would fucking love it.
Yeah,
I've
but
never
3 years,
been on a cruise. So
man, I love the ocean too, man. But 3 years, dude. I don't know about 3 fucking years, man.
7 days is enough for me.
Just to fuck all the. It depends on how many ports you can stop at. All the.
I'll go a month or two.
Hey,
but
if Isaac was my bartender from the Love Boat, dude, that would be a fun cruise. That guy would get me wasted every night. There you go.
No way, that guy was rarely ever behind the bartender. He was out walking around the whole ship.
Hey, but when he was at the bar, he tripled your drinks, man.
So he stole profits then.
Probably, just like that was a doctor on there, man. That guy was like making out with every girl on the ship.
Oh, Al, I was going to ask you. You been to Ybor City yet?
what's that?
Have you been to Ybor City yet?
I'm going. My company that I work for now, they're having a Christmas party there.
Oh,
So,
dude,
My wife is all
Fucking-
excited that we're going to go. I heard it's a great place. man.
I fucking loved it, dude. Man, I had such a great memories of that fucking place, dude. Man.
Yeah, we're going to go there soon, man.
What is it?
It's like what is it, like a No,
They closed down the area at night. I mean, they closed down the roads. I mean, just a bunch of bars, clubs, and people partying on the streets.
it's probably almost like a mini New Orleans, I think. Kind of
Sure,
like
yeah.
sort of like that.
Some of the best times of my life were spent there, man. So I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, my wife has been she's like, yeah, let's go, we gotta go. And I'm like, and then when I told her, oh, my company's having our Christmas party there, she's like, yes, I'm like, you're not going. I'm just kidding.
Right.
No, but she's all excited, man. So
Cool, yeah.
That's cool.
I think there's like Colombian food there and stuff like that. Isn't that?
Oh,
correct?
they got everything. They got everything there, man.
Yeah.
As far as I remember, I mean, it's been since the mid '90s since I've been there. I mean, who knows? It could have changed. I don't know, but like I said, I mean,
No, I've heard a lot of good stuff though. I mean, like you said, man. So I haven't been there yet though, but I'll get back to you in like 2 weeks, man. So
cool.
All right.
All right, man. Let's get you because most of you guys are Kiss. Well, I think half of you are Kiss nerds on here. Kiss is going to light up the Empire State Building and honor the band's final shows ever. Jerry.
Well, then New York.
Okay. It's not going to be their last show, but okay, go for it. I mean, what else more can you say? I mean, good for them. I mean,
what are Kiss colors anyway?
I don't know. Yellow?
Yeah, good question, man. I don't
Black and white because of their makeup. I mean, I understand them doing the Empire State.
Maybe the colors that they're associated. Maybe the colors that they're associated on their solo albums.
Yeah.
How everybody had a different color.
Yeah, but Tommy Thayer and Eric Singer didn't have a solo album.
Yeah, no shit. But they're quote unquote the Spaceman and the Catman. Fucking morons. I'm sorry, Andy. I didn't mean to cut you off, dude.
No. That's fine.
My co-host is gonna fire me already, man.
No, but I just don't know what the colors are. But as we all know, the Empire State Building does light up when it comes to according to special events at that time. And this is a big special event. If this is going to be the last Kiss shows at Madison Square Garden, because if we know Kiss, like I think I do, that's what they were striving for, is to fight to make it in New York City, and of course they expanded and we're a worldwide phenomenon. But I'd be very interested to see what the Kiss colors are.
I have
because
no idea.
It's already posted all over Facebook, so we will all be able to see what they are.
That'll be cool because that'll be a good story. But Al, what do you think about that Empire State Building, man? That's your hometown, man.
Dude, yeah. I mean, I lived in New Jersey all my life, and New York was the Mecca, bro. Like, and that's their that's their state, their city, that's where they're from, man. And I think, obviously it should end there. It's not going to end, but I mean, my prediction is, I think, listen, their 50th year anniversary is next year. You fucking going to tell me that they're not going to celebrate that in some sort of way, dude? Right? I predict they're probably maybe going to do a residency at the Sphere or something like that. Fucking, I'll put money on that shit right now, dude. It's the end of the road.
There you go.
Everything is wording to that, man.
Kiss cruises.
If they do a residency, hey, it's not the road.
They're not touring.
They're not touring. They're doing a residency. So anybody who thinks that these garden shows is the last shows and you want to plunk down 10 grand, go ahead, bro. Because I'm gonna laugh at your ass next year, man. So I saw them twice on this tour. I think the two shows I saw are going to be the same exact show that's going to have. All right, maybe the last two shows might have a bit more pyro, a bit more like explosions. You know what I mean? But is it going to, dude? They're not going to throw any songs into the set list that are going to wow me, dude. You know what I mean? It's not
right.
So I saw them twice on this tour. I'm good, and I didn't pay a penny. I didn't pay a dime to fucking see those two shows either. I got them for free. I took my daughter twice to it, and my wife went one. Me, my wife, and my daughter went to one of the shows. My daughter and I went to another show, so she got to experience Kiss because she does like Kiss now. You know what I mean? So she was asking me, "Oh, I'd like to see them one more time." I'm like, "Honey, they're not coming anywhere near us, and I'm not paying the expense to go up to New York City to go see the same shit." If Ace and Peter were going to be a part of it, that might have been a different story. But
Ace said he wasn't playing, so
no, he just said, "I heard him on Trunk today." But here's the thing about Ace, like, if he was invited and they told him to like stay shush about it, I mean, he wouldn't. You think he would fucking blurt out that he was? Of course, he's gonna say like, "Oh, they didn't ask me."
He wants he wants that payday.
It'd have to be a surprise, man.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So,
Kiss are good at that. They are good at marketing.
I don't know. I don't see it happening, but who knows? You never.
I
know.
don't see it happening personally either, but
if it does, all you Kiss fans are going to lose your shit.
Well, didn't Bruce say the same thing? Didn't Bruce say the same thing?
Yeah, Bruce said the same thing.
But I'm saying,
who knows?
If Chris and Ace show up at that last show at Madison Square Garden, and it gets leaked out, all you Kiss nerds are going to lose your shit.
I love Kiss, but I'm not a Kiss nerd. I'm not upset that I'm not.
But I'm saying Kiss nerds will lose their shit.
I don't care, dude. Like, I mean, it's not. I'm not upset that I'm missing these last shows because I could care less, dude. You know, couldn't care. You know.
Yeah, I saw the reunion shows 3 times. That was the end of Kiss for me. But you know, I doubt if Peter Criss could even play the drums anymore. I doubt it. I mean, but he could probably still sing.
He can't do a full show anymore.
Probably. Yeah, he could probably still sing, but you know,
he could do an encore. You know,
Ace. I don't know. I see Ace. I haven't seen him since the Alice Cooper tour, but the videos, he just seems so not interested in what he's doing, man.
I seen him just before the Alice Cooper tour. He's pretty good. He has a good band now.
Yeah.
But I think the band is definitely carrying him though.
Yeah.
You know.
What are they, Rock City Machine or company now?
I thought they were Gene Simmons' band.
I thought so.
They were, but no, they have an album out that Jessica Geek has been talking about, and Mooga Fruger, who is on Freeform Rock podcast now, talking about Rock City Music Company. I think that was it. So,
but my last word on this is, if anybody thinks that they're not going to do anything for their 50th anniversary tour, is just fucking kidding themselves, dude. Because already they're playing the Kiss Cruise next year, so this is not the last shows, dude. So
they've already got stuff lined up.
You can fucking you can mortgage your house on that shit, and you're just being a fool, dude. You know.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not. Listen, if fans are, if like hardcore fans have the money and they, God knows, man, if I was a fucking billionaire, dude, and Rush charged fucking $100,000 for front row, and that was like chump change to me, I'd probably pay it. You know, if it was a drop in the bucket for me, you know, there's plenty of fucking Kiss fans that probably have disposable fucking income, dude. You know, so I mean, if it's your thing, dude, have fun, man. You know, they ended with me a long time ago, man. You know, and I did see this version of Kiss a few times. But I never paid a penny. I think I saw them not at the end of the road was twice. And I think since like Tommy and Eric have been in the band, I probably saw them maybe 2 more times. So I think I've maybe seen this lineup 4 times. But I was always complimentary tickets that I got. I never paid for it. The last time I paid for a Kiss ticket was a Psycho Circus tour. That's 98. I missed the farewell tour, actually. I was away when they played in New Jersey. So, but whatever.
Damn, man.
Go ahead, man. Go on.
Oh, well, that's it. Kiss light up. I just want to say, I didn't really think anything about Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson. That'd be cool. They could do whatever the fuck they want, and I would go see it. That's about it. But let's get to one last BS story.
Topic.
Don Dokken says he's picked an actor that will play him in an upcoming Dokken movie. Jerry,
how the fuck did they get a movie? I like Dokken, don't get me wrong, but come on, there's like
they have a lot of infighting
ahead of them that would I would recommend for a movie before Dokken. I mean,
Rat. I would like to see a Rat movie.
Hilarious.
Who did he say who it was?
No, I don't know. I didn't read the whole story.
Macaulay Culkin. That's what I'd say.
Culkin. Oh man!
Or that dude that played in what was that Charlie Sheen show? Fucking the kid.
2.5 Men.
Yeah.
Men, manly men. I love that show.
I mean, seriously, are they actually doing a movie about Dokken?
I guess so, man. They did a movie about Def Leppard that was on VH1 Classic.
That was a made-for-TV movie, though. That's what they're talking about. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be a big. It's not gonna be a big screen. Like
maybe it's a Netflix or something. But Dokken is pretty interesting because they had a lot of infighting, and dude, Don was almost the lead singer of the Scorpions. So,
oh, dude, I mean, I stayed Dokken at the Monsters of Rock tour, man. Fucking George Lynch threw his fucking guitar and Nick Brown's drum set.
I saw them opening up on that same tour, Back for the Attack with Aerosmith, and they were fucking fighting on stage, George and Don. George
It was
kept
a highlight.
George
besides
kept
Metallica.
kept turning up his amp and drowning out Don. Don says, "I can't hear myself." It's fucking funny. Fuck, I'd be interested to watch, man.
I mean, if it was on Netflix or something, I'd probably watch it. But I'm just saying, I mean, there's 1,000 other bands I would think I'd do a movie before Dawkins. You know what I mean? And just my opinion. I like Dawkins, and I'd probably watch it. But yeah.
I'm sorry, I lost it before, man.
Huh?
I'm sorry, I lost it before, bro. I was laughing my ass off. I had to fucking mute myself, man. I was fucking
How about Dawkins?
Yeah, because Jerry was like, I can't believe they got a fucking.
I mean, am I right? I mean, come on, Led Zeppelin, fucking Pink Floyd. I mean, seriously. I mean,
No, I know. It's a direct to VHS movie, dude.
I mean, when you told me that and I saw the article, I was laughing too, man. I mean, I was like, really? Fuck, man. Yeah.
I love Dawkins too, man. But I mean, come on,
I do too.
A movie. I mean, is it gonna be like? I mean, maybe are they gonna embellish the whole George and fucking Don fighting each other fucking thing? It might make for good entertainment. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess. I don't know, but yeah.
I love Dawkins though, man. I mean, but they never were that. They never were that top tier band. They never made it to that level, man. So I don't know.
Yeah.
They fought too much, man. Jeff Pilson was the MVP of Dawkins.
Yeah, man. You know.
So, Al, what do you think about that? You already talked about it, but
I just think it's funny, dude. But I mean, I think you made a comment on Facebook, so I'm like, I hope it's not as terrible as that made for TV Def Leppard VH1 fucking debacle. You know what I mean?
Hey, Anthony Michael Hall was great as Mutt Lange, and that was it.
We had like a 5-minute scene, dude, if that.
Yeah, he was good at that. You know, that was the best part of the movie. Him, and then
wasn't there a Meatloaf? Wasn't there a Meatloaf one too?
That was horrible too.
The guy that played Warren. The guy that played Warren from There's Something About Mary played Meatloaf.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
About that.
Mutt Lange's character in that movie is seen more in that movie than in real life. Nobody fucking ever sees that guy.
There's like one picture.
One
picture.
Dude, he had a hot chick in Shania Twain and cheated on her. What the fuck is wrong with that dude? She's still hot.
But he's like a fucking hermit, man. Like nobody ever sees him. He's like a unicorn, bro. You know what I mean?
And stop talking to Phil Collin about production tips because you ruined Tesla Shock. Like an a Phil Collin. I called him and how to produce. How does this sound, Mike? Yeah, fucking Phil Collin.
Did Andy say anything about this? I mean,
no, I'm gonna get the Andy. Andy, what do you think about it?
Yeah, when I heard about it, you had posted about it. You know, Dawkins was never that big to have a movie about it, and like you said, there's a lot of infighting. So it's just going to, if this actually does happen, it's just going to be about the infighting and not about the music. It's just going to be about drama. No, thank you.
I mean, I think Loverboy was more popular than Dawkins. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, they weren't. They weren't.
There's other choices. Loverboy was pretty big in the fucking 80s, man.
I love Loverboy though. Brian,
they were fucking big, dude.
Yeah, I know they were. But they had two big albums. Get Lucky and the next one, and then the third one. What was it? Loving Every Minute of It was okay. And then the second album, the fourth album went downhill. I love Loverboy. I know they're cool.
Well, by the late 80s, yeah, they were slipping already.
They were slipping, yeah.
In the early 80s, man, they ruled like MTV, dude.
Well, those first two albums because they needed videos. And after that, I think it was Get Lucky. What was the album after Get Lucky?
Keep It Up. Keep It Up.
Keep It Up. Yeah, that album, Hot Girls in Love, was I think their only hot track off that album.
Oh no, Queen of the Broken Hearts was.
Queen of the Broken Heart. Yeah, but it wasn't as big as. And then Loving Every Minute came out, and that was the only song you really saw in it, which is a great album. Bullet in the Chamber rules, but Mutt Lange wrote Loving Every Minute of It, so there you go. He didn't produce that album, but Andy, anything else?
No, I'm done. I just,
Yeah, Don Dokken, man. I love Dokken. I think it'll be a cool movie as long as it's not the Def Leppard one. That'd be cool. As long as
Can't
it's
wait,
done well.
can't wait to see what the budget for making this movie is gonna
Why
be.
don't they they should get Banger Films on it, man. The one who did the Triumph and the Rush documentaries, you know.
Be more like the
Banger-
Blair Witch Project, probably.
God,
recording
that
that.
sucks.
The camera.
Damn. All right,
When
man.
is
Let's get to
When
the
is the when is the autograph movie coming out?
Yeah, right.
Might as well.
Hey, I'm friends with Regina Rand, so she's a cool chick, man.
No, I'm just joking, dude.
Yeah. She's the bassist wife in Randy Rand passed away
passed
2 years.
That whole
2 years
band
ago.
is dead besides the singer and the guitar
Yeah,
player.
they won the lawsuit against the one taking the name since Randy died. So she was all happy about that. So they can't use the name Autograph anymore.
Who can't?
The newer band, because Randy
okay.
Rand isn't in there anymore. So
It should be Steve Lynch and fucking
Yes,
Steve Plunkett.
Steve Lynch and her and Plunkett sued them to get the name back. Steve Lynch is never going to go back again. So,
I never even knew I didn't even know they were still touring.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a whole like fucking new version of the band that had like 0 original members in it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, I think Randy Rand was in them, but then now he's dead. Now he died, and that's
Yeah.
it. Right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. He's gone. He was the only original member in there.
But Steve Plunkett and Steve Lynch are still alive. The guitar player and the singer.
Yeah.
But that's the two main guys in the band. You know, I mean, Steve Plunkett has been out of the. Didn't he do a theme song to like Seventh Heaven or some
I
shit
think
like
he
that?
did. He's like a song. He does TV now.
Yeah. So he
Dude,
probably
you
makes,
you might be right. My sister loved that show, and I was forced to watch that. You
he
might
makes
be right
fucking-
about that.
he probably makes mad money
Yeah.
doing that shit, bro. And he doesn't
Yeah.
care about like fucking
Well,
doing
it's
autograph.
like
anymore.
the drummer of Cinderella. He does the Kings hockey theme music.
He does all those. Yeah.
He does
makes good
TV
money,
too.
dude.
He does scores. Yeah.
Oh wow. Interesting.
Fred Curry.
Fred Curry. Yeah, he does scores. He did the Kings.
Oh,
theme
dude, he
song.
does-
He never even fucking recorded an album with Cinderella.
He did the last one, Still Climbing.
No, he did Heartbreak Station.
Oh, he did, but he didn't do Still Climbing.
Still Climbing was Kenny Aronoff.
Oh, that's a great drummer though.
But
Oh,
he did Fred Curry did Hot and Bothered, the one song on there. He did do that one. But that's it.
Wayne's World movie.
Yeah.
Wayne's World song.
But Heartbreak Station is the only full studio album he ever played on.
He's
Long
not-
Cold Winter was Denny Carmassi and Cozy Powell.
Yeah.
And then the original, the Night Songs, there was, I forget the drummer's name, but they had a drummer before Fred Curry even joined. He had done the drums already on the album. Then Fred Curry joined and he made the album cover, but he didn't play on that album.
Hey, Seattle just tied it 2020. They're going to go for the
Fucking A, dude.
Come on, Dallas. Damn, I can cheer for Dallas and they can't come through for me.
I'm going to fucking leave this goddamn show.
What?
Let's go, man.
I'm giving you the score, man. All right, man. Let's get to what we're doing. We're doing our favorite top female rock vocalist. So let's start with you, Al.
Go with me?
Yeah, I'm going to go with you because you moved positions.
Did I really?
Yeah, you did.
Oh. How did I do that?
I don't know. It happens all the time.
All right.
I'm used to it.
All right. Well, we're going 11, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Number 11, I'm going with the lovely Lita Ford, man. Love her. Always have. She's probably my favorite member in the Runaways, you know, and it's funny how like when her and Joan, when a band split up, how Joan Jett kind of went more like the punk route and she went more the metal route, you know. So, but I dig her, man. I like her voice and I like her playing, and I always liked her. I liked a lot of her songs, dude. So I'm putting her at 11. And I saw her a few years ago, man. She still fucking rocks.
Yeah.
It. She
I
still
saw her
looks
about a
pretty
year
good
ago.
too.
I saw her a
She
year
didn't
ago.
fuck herself
Yeah,
up
she's
with
awesome.
plastic surgery like
Right.
fucking Jet did.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's letting herself age gracefully, man. You know, which is cool.
I
She
think
still
she
looks
still
good, though,
hot.
man.
She still looks good.
She fucking still rocks. Dude, she puts on a great show, man.
Hell yeah,
I enjoyed
dude.
seeing her last
Yeah, I
year.
enjoyed
She was
it.
awesome.
So that's my number 11.
All right, Jerry. So what's your number 11?
Well, number 11 is the great Doro Pesh, man. Fucking love her, man. Warlock ruled. Her fucking album Doro, when that come out, 1990, 92, something like that. Fucking great album, dude. Love her voice. Really, I would consider her probably the queen of metal, in my opinion. She's that good, man. And she's still fucking easy on the eyes, too. Beautiful woman, man. And yeah, I mean, she deserves. So cool, yeah, she does, man. She seems very humble, man. So yeah, that's my number 11.
Great
All
pick,
right.
man.
So we get to your number 11, Andy.
Yeah, my number 11. I'm going to start off my list with Samantha Fish.
Ooh.
A fantastic lead blues guitar, can sing the hell out of a song and play slide like nobody's business. Her name's Samantha Fish. You can find her. I follow her on Facebook. She's a beautiful woman. She might be in her early 30s, but that chick can jam. I get turned on by a woman with a guitar around her. and she rocks it, man. I tell you.
Never saw her, but I had some friends that have seen her and talk great about her, man. So yeah. I have to check her out. I never really checked out her music, but I heard she's really good, man.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, so my number 11 is Stacy Q. Just joking. Suzanne Vega. Just joking. I'm gonna go with Heidi Shepard and Carla Harvey from the Butcher Babies.
Good band.
I didn't like that band until Nate Bushy got me into them, and I noticed they do the Cookie Monster, but they kind of do like the Phil and Sama, and they come down and they sing harmonies. I started listening to that. They're fucking awesome. How could you sing rah, rah, and they go in the fucking like a sweet like fucking pop harmony? Fucking great vocalists, both of them. So they're tied for number 11 because they're in the same band. Butcher Babies, Heidi Shepard, and Carla Harvey.
Fucking date Charlie Benante.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, they date. Yeah, they're dating each other. Carla Harvey and Charlie Benante from Anthrax.
Well, they're both hot as fuck too. God damn.
Well, good for him, bro.
Yeah, right.
She is fucking smoking, dude.
Yeah. So then we get to your number 10, Al.
Number 10, man. I'm going with Debbie Harry, man. Blondie. She could have been higher on my list, but I don't know. There's so many great female artists. Debbie Harry and Blondie, though, dude. I mean, in her prime, bro. You want to talk about easy on the fucking eyes, bro? Oh, shit, man. God damn, dude. As a kid seeing like Heart of Glass and shit on like MTV, I was like, wow, But great. I think she's great. She's great attitude. And a friend of mine, actually, it's funny. A friend of mine that lives in Staten Island. He was out at a nightclub one night, and she just happened to be at this nightclub, dude. And he just like ran into her, and I guess he played it cool, or he might have been like, I don't know, man. I wasn't there, who knows? He might have did the Chris Farley thing, like, hey, remember when you were Blondie? You were fucking awesome, or whatever, But he said that he gave him a kiss on the cheek, and that was like the highlight. Yeah, he was like, I'm good tonight, man. I'm good, So, but this is probably like, I don't know, 15 years ago or something. This happened. But cool. Donato, man, if you're watching, bro, I still remember that story. Anyway, that Debbie Harry's my number 10.
What's your number 10, Jerry?
My number 10 is Debbie Harry. I mean, she's fucking awesome, dude. I always think back to one of the most awkward Hall of Fame introductions was Blondie.
Oh, yes.
You guys remember that? One of the original members like, let's fucking get out there and play, man. Let's play. Come on. They're like, I got my own band. It was fucking awkward as fuck, man. But she's a cool. She handled it with class, and she didn't yell. She was like, I think she actually kissed him on the cheek too, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, she's just a cool chick. She seemed like, man, very just very on the fucking even, dude. Cool, it just seemed, man. Like she seemed like she'd be approachable. You know what I mean?
That's my friend totally said, man. Like she was really cool, down to earth, So
right. So yeah, I mean, Al mentioned how great she is, and of course she belongs on my list. So that's my number 10.
All right, so we get you number 10, Andy.
My number 10 is going to be, I think, I can't pronounce her last name that well, but I will try. Dolores O'Riordan.
O'Riordan, I think.
O'Riordan?
Oh, Cranberries.
Yes, from the Cranberries. I love
Dolores
her.
O'Riordan. Yeah.
Oh, really did.
Because she
Really
can
did
go
something like
from
that.
just
Yeah.
being this very quiet, mellow song to just being a rocker at times, man, with that growl of hers. And, she injected so much energy into that band. My favorite album by them is still To the Faithful Departed. Man, that's a great album by them. I believe it was their second one. But may God bless her soul.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was really something. So that's my number 10.
All right. My number 10 is Kim Gordon from Sonic Youth. I fucking thought her voice was fucking sexy as fuck. And I still do. I don't think so. It's like, damn, I love fucking Sonic Youth, and she fucking rules. So then we get to your number 9, Al.
Eddie kind of shot you will like that pick there because he's a Sonic Youth fan.
I know he is, but that was because we both talk Sonic Youth a lot. So
my number 9, I'm going with fucking Wendy O. Williams, man, from the Plasmatics.
Knew one of you guys are gonna pick that one.
I knew it.
I knew it. But she wasn't. She wouldn't have been mine anyway. So that's cool.
To me, she's like the Lemmy of like female, hard rock metal, whatever you want to call her. She was the real deal. She didn't fuck around, dude. Her stage show was incredible. The way she was just a badass, man, and like somebody I wouldn't have wanted to mess with, And I would take, again, to me, she's like the female version of Lemmy, dude. Just like exudes fucking like cool, but badass, bro. Like, don't fuck with her, man. You know what I mean? And the shit she was doing on stage, like fucking, blowing up cars on stage and all that shit. That just like incredible, man. I mean, go back and like watch some Plasmatics old videos, dude, and like see the shit that she did on stage, dude. She set trends, dude. Definitely, man. I think a lot of the shit she did on stage, you can't even get away with that now. She put the little fucking tape over her fucking, she basically naked on stage, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And back then, I mean, now it's just like kind of like any pop star is fucking pretty much.
The Butcher Babies put tape over their nipples, so they copied her.
But Wendy was the fucking trendsetter, man.
Yeah, they copied her, so there you go.
Yeah. So she's the badass. She's badass, bro. And I have her at number 9. I mean, she could have been higher on the list too, but I have her at 9. Again, like this list is like, I think when you get to the top 3, 4 is like really like the cream of the crop for me, But Wendy O. Williams, man, number 9.
What's your number 9, Jerry?
My number 9 is a band that I really like. Arch Enemy, Angela Gossow, man. Fucking great singer, dude. Beautiful woman too, man.
Seen them live.
I mean, she's got the Cookie Monster voice, which she actually fucking does it really well too, by the way. If you can do the Cookie Monster voice well, you're fucking, you got it down. And she can sing. Irregular voice is actually really beautiful too. I mean, just check out, Anthems of Rebellion and stuff like that. Just great fucking music, dude. The whole band rules, man. I think she stepped down to be the band's manager, I think, because managers are taking advantage.
Over, right?
Yeah, Angela, Alyssa White took over, I think. Blue-haired girl, yeah. But yeah, I mean, she's a great singer, dude, and that's my number 9.
Cool.
What's your number 9, Andy?
Number 9. Beatles
always got to get in here, right?
I am going with Yoko Ono as my number 9. For people that think that she just wails and screams and sounds like whales mating, that's just a very small piece of Yoko Ono, but that's what sticks out. But that's just a very small piece. She's a fantastic writer, and the stuff and the music that she does is very alternative and very eclectic. And sometimes she still records with the Plastic Ono Band. And the last album that they did a few years ago was really heavy rock. And her vocals were fantastic on there. And she was in her late 70s at that time. And Sean Ono Lennon also brings in a lot of his flavor into her last few albums. So she's very interesting for people that just write her off And yes, that wailing is annoying, but when you really look deep into it, that well is just an artistic sign. It's just something that she did. But she really does have a good singing voice.
I just can't get that video with where they're up there playing with Chuck Berry and she's up there screaming and Chuck Berry's looking at her like, what the hell are you doing? You ever seen that video on YouTube?
And they turned her mic off. Yeah.
But that is my number 9. Also, John loved her to death, and she was very brave in everything that she did when it comes to art or the way she lived her life or the way that she stood up for John. Even now, still does. She still goes to every parole board meeting to make sure that dude never gets out.
Yeah, that was cool of her to do help him with that last Beatles tune. So
yeah, Oh yeah, it's cool. Like everything that that comes out with the Beatles has her approval, has Olivia Harrison's approval. It's all a big camp thing, they are all included. So, kudos to her. She's number 9, and yeah.
All right, mine is going to. She's not the prettiest singer in the world, but the freaking lady could sing. Chrissie Hynde of the Pretenders.
Love her, man.
God damn, Back in the Chain Gang, Space Invaders. I love that song from the first album. I always bring that up. Space Invaders rules. It's like alternative rock. It's like they were like on the forefront with fucking the Cars on getting this shit out. Oingo Boingo Loss. So these guys, but they are better than Oingo Boingo's just as good, but they are more well known than Oingo Boingo. But Chrissie Hynde is my number 9 female singer. So what's your number 8, Al?
My number 8, I had her one of her bandmates on at 11, so I'm going with Joan Jett at number 8. I love her attitude too. She always had a great attitude, punk. She had like that punk attitude and great songs. Even though she didn't write a lot of her songs, a lot of them were covers. She just injected her own flavor into them, and I thought, like, I've seen her a bunch of times, and I always thought she was great. So last time I saw her was just recently, a few months ago, when she opened for Bryan Adams at the Garden.
You showed some cool Bryan Adams videos from there. That was awesome.
What's that?
Didn't you record some Bryan Adams?
Yeah, but he took my shit down from YouTube, but her opening set is still up on my channel.
Yeah.
And she played a solid hour, and she was good, So, and I think she was on the last summer. She was on the or 2 summers ago. She was on the stadium tour.
I saw her. She was good.
No, but she was. I got there, and I got there too late. I didn't get to catch her set, but I'm sure she was good, man. She's always pretty solid. So.
In the last 10 years, I think she's opened for every fucking band possible.
Yeah, I saw her open for
She has opened for everybody.
I saw her open for Heart. I mean, I've seen her like in clubs too, like on her own. So I've seen her a bunch of times. So, but yeah, she's my number 8. I'm going with Joan Jett.
All right, man. So Jerry, what's your number 8?
Number 8 is going to be the very underappreciated member of Fleetwood Mac, Christine McVie. Just listen to her stuff off Tusk, man, over and over. Think About Me, just great fucking tunes, man. She was always kind of the positive one between Lindsay and Stevie's bickering and bitching at each other. She kind of write happy songs, to mix in with them. And just listen to her fucking sing Songbird, dude. And that fucking doesn't move you, man. You're not human. I mean, just a beautiful tune, beautiful voice, man. It was sad when she died.
Yeah.
Great fucking singer, dude. I mean, I thought she was better than, well, I don't think she's better than, but she definitely deserves the recognition that Stevie does, I think.
Your number 8, Andy.
My number 8, it's no secret that I love the Laurel Canyon sound, with Neil Young and, well, to a lesser degree, Crosby, Stills, and Nash. I still can't get into those guys. But I really do enjoy listening to Joni Mitchell. She's my number 8. I think she's a fantastic writer. Her voice sometimes can get a little yodely, and I like that. I like a little bit of yodeling every now and then. She is from Canada, and she's part of that Laurel Canyon movement, the singer-songwriter of the 70s. Just that she wasn't played on the radio that often because her lyrics are very, very, very personal from a very personal side of view, and I really enjoy that because a songwriter writes deep, and that's what Joni Mitchell did.
Was
So
it
a
like
couple of her albums that I like from her is Blue. Blue is one of my favorites, which is one of her standout albums. But man, she made so many more albums in the '80s that have a jazz background to it, and it sounds cool.
wasn't like Glenn Frey and Don Henley there too? And what's
Yeah.
it? Linda Ronstadt?
Yep.
All those were there. James Taylor, right? Too.
James Taylor.
God,
All
I hate
those-
most of those. I just like Glenn Frey.
And
No.
Brown, I think too, right?
Jackson. I like Jackson Brown too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like Crosby, Stills, Nash, but I like Crosby, Stills, and Nash Young better. I think Neil Young is a genius. He's one of the best artists out there that I've been getting into a lot because of you, Andy. So that's kind of cool. But then I get to my number 8, Janis Joplin, who I didn't like for a long time, and then I got one of her albums on vinyl, like from a vinyl club, and I listened to it. I go, damn, she's got a great voice. That's like 4 years ago. I like her now. She fucking rules, and I listened to her Big Brother and the Holding Company stuff. Sammy Hagar even did Piece of My Heart, you know. Sorry. But Janis Joplin's my number 8. So what's your number 7, Al?
I'm going with Taylor Momsen of the Pretty Reckless. I love her, man. I think she's got a lot of the newer like bands, you know, I mean, they've been around already probably over a decade, but shit, man, I love her attitude. She's got that rock and roll attitude, and you know, she got out of, you know, most. I commend her, man, a lot, because most musicians or singers or whatever, you know, because let's face it, you know, it's tough to make money in the music business now, you know, unless you tour and all that stuff. They try to get out of that and get into acting. She was the reverse. She was an actor who got out of acting, man, just to concentrate on her music, dude. That's
Cindy
pretty bold.
Cindy Lou Who, man.
Yeah, man.
Gossip Girls, right?
Gossip Girl, you know, yeah. She was popular, man. She was a fucking pretty popular actress, you know, on there. Actor, whatever they call. I don't think they use actress anymore, but but like, you know, she got out of that to become a musician, man. You know, so I mean, I give her a lot of credit, you know, so she's my number 7, man. I love her, man. And I got to meet her, fucking real cool chick, you know, just real awesome. So that's my number 7.
Well, she might be a little higher on my list, so I'm not going to talk about her that much. Jerry, what's your number 7?
You know, I was gonna say maybe she hasn't been around to deserve to be on this list, but I'm going with Taylor Momsen to you, man. I love her fucking the 2 albums she's done 4 albums altogether.
4.
Reckless.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
4.
Her last album was fucking. It's still underrated in my opinion. Just listen to Harley Darling, her voice on that song.
Great album, dude.
Oof, man, I'm telling you, that woman.
Rock and roll, right?
Death by
This
Rock and Roll.
this little
yeah.
fucking this little
Badass
teeny
album.
girl. I mean, you saw her in person. She looks like she's about 100
They
pounds.
don't
soaking
have
wet,
a
right?
bad album.
And she can fucking just belt out fucking notes, man. I mean, incredible, dude. I was blown away when I first heard Heaven Knows. I was like, wow, man, I don't know who this girl is, but she could fucking sing, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah. Way Down Below. What's the name of that song?
Down Below. Yeah.
Down
Below. That's it. Yeah, that's the song. But once I heard that song, I was like, whoa, man, this chick is fucking incredible singer, dude. And
yeah, I saw them once live. She was amazing.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if she should be on the list. Well, you guys apparently think so, because it's of all time.
I think very highly of her, man. I think she's
dude.
Well, I haven't got.
She's not afraid to. She's not afraid to show off what God gave her either.
I know. I want to get to that when I
just look at her. Just like at the open up the fucking gatefold on her last album. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Don't tell that story yet, Jerry.
All right.
That's my story because you told it to me. I think
you left it in the wrapper, you dumbass.
Shut up!
Open it up! Open it up!
Shut up! Let me get to her. I have
all right.
Jerk. All right, then we get to your number 7, Andy.
Yeah, my number 7 is let me see, where is it? Oh, Well, y'all already talked about her, a couple of y'all, but I'm going with Deborah Harry from Blondie. I'll put her up a little bit higher. There's so many great albums that Blondie did back there in the late 70s into the 80s. And talk about genre bending albums and starting a whole new movement, which is what she was a part of that CB. Well, she was the Blondie was part of that CBGBs. Every time I think of Blondie, I think of her as being a solo artist because of because of who she is.
The guitar player wrote a lot with her, so I forgot his name now.
Yeah, Chris Stein.
Yeah,
Chris Stein. And I don't know if they were ever involved in a relationship.
They were.
They
supposedly they don't go a few days without talking to each other still to this date.
Yeah.
So they get along.
They were together. Yeah.
Okay. But man, just those great songs, the Hanging on the Telephone. God, that's a great track. And all those hit songs that the band had. And she was the focal point of the band, and rightfully so. I mean, she had it all. The way that she commanded the stage all the time. I saw a show. I saw a show of hers on a VH1.
Well, they were old.
Ooh, huh?
No, I'm asking Mark. That's a little box set.
That's a box set of like demos and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And different versions. Really good.
Oh no! I was already done.
Oh, I was just showing you because you guys all talked about her. She's not on my list, but I was just showing you. I do like Blondie, and I got some vinyls back there too. Good pick though. You guys are all picking Deborah Harry. I didn't pick her. I had to go for the Queen of Soul. All these fucking rockers copied Aretha Franklin in my number 7.
Oh, see, I didn't put her on the list because
this was rockers.
She is rock and roll. She inspired rock and roll. I consider Motown rock and roll, or that kind of music rock and roll.
Okay.
So, Aretha Franklin. Respect isn't rock.
I was gonna say you deserve some respect for that, Mark.
Yeah.
You deserve some RESPECT for that thing.
All over again.
All right, then we get to your number 6, Al.
Aretha's a great pick, dude. I can never argue her, bro. She's fucking awesome, man. My number 6 is the one and only Stevie Nicks, man. I gotta put her on the list, bro. Come on. It's Stevie Nicks. Fleetwood Mac solo. I mean, she's had so many great songs, dude. I mean, and I've seen her solo. I've seen her live solo. I've seen her with Fleetwood Mac a few times, and just always great. Still sounds great. And stop feuding with fucking Lindsay and Kiss makeup and fucking life's too short, man. You guys are getting too old for that shit.
And plus, without Lindsay, she wouldn't have a fucking career.
She's turning so bitter the last few years. She's like,
but I'm saying
without Christine, there is no Fleetwood Mac. But you guys already fucking did an album without Christine.
Lindsay got her into Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, you got to bring my girlfriend in here." Without Lindsay, she wouldn't have been a star. So,
yeah. So, Stevie Nicks, man, love her, bro.
Yeah.
In her heyday too, man. She was a knockout.
Oh man, you ain't kidding.
She's still pretty nice looking.
She is, man. But I mean, in her heyday, bro, holy shit.
Oh yeah,
yeah, she was.
I mean, just fucking smoke show, dude. Anyway, go ahead, man.
No, I'm gonna say I didn't put Stevie Nicks on my list because I'm pissed off about what she did to Lindsay. But that's a good pick, though.
Away from her talent stuff.
I know, but that's a good pick. But I love Lindsay. I think he got screwed over. So I'm pissed off at her. So Jerry, what's your number 6?
My number 6 is a singer that I love, and none of you guys do, except for me. I think I'm the only person that likes her. And you know who that is. I mention her every time we do something female from Canada. The great, talented Alanis Morissette, dude. I mean...
Oh, I thought that she'd be higher on your list.
Incredible fucking singer, dude. Incredible voice.
Are you going to see her? She's touring.
Yeah, actually, the day that she's touring here in Nashville.
Isn't it her and Joan Jett?
Yeah.
It is Joan Jett. Right, exactly. Yeah. She's opening up for Alanis now. I think she's open for everybody now.
Yeah.
But
she's like the cheap trick. She's like the cheap trick of female fucking.
I hate cheap trick opening for people. I know.
I love them headlining because I want to hear a lot of the deep.
Yeah, I don't want to hear them opening.
I mean, you're talking about somebody that does not use tapes and sounds fucking amazing, dude. It's her, dude. She's coming down in June, but we're supposed to be on some kind of fucking trip during that time. So I'm trying to figure a way to get out of that trip so I can go see her. So,
Why don't you see if she's playing on that same date on your trip somewhere on your trip?
well, it's only for like a weekend. I'm going for like 4 days.
Oh, well then,
But
put it to the next week then.
yeah, I have always been just in all of her voice, man. I mean, the power she has in her voice, and fucking excellent songwriter, dude. Really is, man. That's my number.
yeah.
What is it? 8? Was it 8 or 7? I
6.
can't fucking remember. 6.
That's
really?
6.
Damn.
So what's your 6, Andy?
I just want to say Seattle marched down the field with ease.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell Al that they got a.
Are you kidding me? Come on, Al. The time I want Dallas to win. Come
Yeah,
on,
28
man.
to 20, dude.
Yeah,
There's still time left, right?
I mean, yeah, but man, what they just did to their defense on this drive was amazing. My number, where are we? 7?
yeah.
No, 6.
6. Mark touched on this already, but I'm going to add a little bit more. Kim Gordon from Sonic Youth.
Nice.
I love their sound. They are just a fantastic band that sound like nobody else, and they have so much influence. Surprised they're not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Right?
But the thing is that they've influenced so many, but I've never heard anyone sound like Sonic Youth. I've never heard anyone even try to attempt at all. And I know that Thurman Munson is the lead, right?
Yeah.
Thurston Moore.
Thurston Moore.
Yeah,
Thurman Munson is the Yankee player. Yeah.
yeah, right. I knew
I
that.
thought it was Herman Munster. I thought he was
That's a great. I love when Andy, dude. That's like one of my highlights of the night, bro. When Andy like butchers, like he'll like butcher a name, but like it'll be like a completely different name, dude. I love it, dude. It's so.
But
Yeah,
you know who the name he's butchering, right? So
Yeah, Thurston. Thurston Moore. Thurston Moore.
Thank you. Well, anyway, Sonic Youth wouldn't be Sonic Youth without Kim.
Nope.
So they are really a 50-50 partnership. So that's why I put her there.
God, you know, there's this band that's popping in my head right now. I can't remember their fucking name, but it was fronted by 2 females.
The
Breeders.
No.
Cannonball? No.
I'm trying to think. The singer did a solo album.
Veruca Salt.
Veruca Salt. That's it with Nina Gordon, right? Is she part of that band?
I like that band.
For some reason, it was stuck in my head. I just wanted to remember who they were. Okay, sorry, Andy.
I put her off my list because I did have her on there as an honorable mention. We were going to do those, but yeah, she's there. Veruca Salt has some great albums, some great alternative rock albums, man.
Yeah. But yeah, real quick, since you're on the Sonic Youth thing, there's a cool because Sonic Youth, man. You want to talk about experimental? That's an experimental band. There's a cool video on YouTube, and it's Thurston Moore, and it's the bass player Necro Butcher from that black metal band Mayhem, and the two are on stage just talking to each other, and the mutual respect, because you couldn't think of like 2 different genres of them going from black metal and then like Sonic Youth, which is like experimental, like noise, like that type of thing, but it's almost the same, dude. Like the way they talk and they talk about with each other, they're like kind of almost interviewing each other. I think the fact is that both of them have books out, like books, autobiographies or something like that. And they were talking about each other's book and how they read each other's book and they have mutual respect for each other. Like Thurston Moore knows about Mayhem too. Like that's like pretty fucking cool, actually. Like he was like, you guys were so experimental and your forefathers of fucking black metal and all that shit, And black metal is not even your thing, but it's still Mayhem is like one of those bands. It's like they kind of spearheaded that whole movement, But the fact that if you ever check out that video, it's just kind of cool. They're on stage in front of an audience and they're talking to each other, just kind of interviewing each other. It's just so interesting, like them talking about their backgrounds, how they came up and how they like got into this kind of style of music that they both kind of invented in a way, so yeah, check that out, man. But anyway, like on with the show.
All right, so that was Sonic Youth, your number 6, Andy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with the The next four are going to be like a lot of newer artists.
Was number
Like-
5, right?
Yeah, I'm on number 6.
Oh, you're on 6. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to pick a new like bluesy kind of rocky artist called Dorothy.
Oh yeah, dude.
I love
her.
Dorothy.
I love her too, man.
Incredible.
dang.
Yeah.
She's got so much power. The girl could sing. She has soul. I fucking love her, man.
Yeah.
So I'm spotlighting newer female artists right now.
You
So
want to
my
talk about
next
somebody
four
that's
picks.
easy on the eyes too, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what? Yeah. What's your number
She's
5,
smoking,
Al?
though. She's smoking, man.
Yeah.
Somebody that was easy on my eye. Number 5 is going to kind of be like my kind of outlier. It's like I don't think anybody else has her on the list. She was only in a band that had 2 albums out, and I thought they should have been big in the late 80s, early 90s. And that's Sandy Saraya from the band Saraya.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
she
her
was
voice-
smoking, dude.
I
Man,
love
yeah.
First of all, like seeing her videos and seeing her in the videos I was like, as a fucking 16, 17-year-old kid,
Right.
going into 18, hormones raging, seeing her on there, man. I was like, that Brian Weed from Tesla was a lucky motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's a female Jeff Keith in my opinion, man.
Well, she was
They had
married
very
to Brian
similar
Weed.
voice, right? That's what makes
She was married
sense.
to
So, yeah.
Brian Weed,
But dude, that song "Love Is Taking Its Toll." What a fucking
Should have
jammer
been-
that was.
That's
man.
that's a song that should have put them over the top. I should have
It
made
should
them.
have. That was a fucking
No.
great tune.
But
man.
if you never heard Saraya, they have 2 albums out, self-titled, and one the Blackbird Sings. Get both of them because they're both fucking great albums, man.
I have the
and-
first one.
Yeah, well, I actually, when the Blackbird Sings is great too. It's a very underrated. It flew under the radar. Nobody really, listened to that one. But get that one too. If you find both of them, get them. Great. And Sandy's got an awesome voice. And I've been hearing rumors about like them making a comeback or doing something again, which I welcome. I hope they do. But in this day and age, it's tough for bands like that to kind of didn't really make it back then to kind of come back. But shit, man, if they came around and toured, I'd go see them.
Yeah, I mean, talk about a band that dropped off the face of the planet to me, man.
Yeah.
At least they just were. They just.
I
they
think
were popular.
she just got out of like music. I think she ended up like marrying and having a family. I think that she just kind of just did that. But I think I've been hearing like that she's been wanting to like get back into it. So
Cool.
I'm sure she still has her voice too, man. Her voice is great. So that's my number 5, Sandy Saraya from Saraya.
Good one, dude. Good one, man.
What's your number 5, Jerry?
She's been mentioned before, but you got to include Joan Jett on your list, man. And at least in my opinion, man.
Yep.
Just fucking full of great tunes, man. I mean, like Al said, she didn't write a bunch of them, but she sure made them kind of her own. I mean, I love rock and roll. I mean, even Crimson and Clover, I think, is a better version than the original, in my opinion. She has a song called Little Liar that was off that same album as I Hate Myself for Loving You, but she never fucking plays it live. I don't know why.
That's a great song too, man.
I think it's one of her best songs, and she never fucking plays it live. I don't know if it's a legal thing or something. I don't know, but man, I just wish she would.
Well, I know
on
on
that
that
album,
I think
Go
on
ahead,
that
sorry.
album she wrote those songs with Desmond Child, I think.
okay.
So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, maybe, or I don't know. But I know that album she collaborated with Desmond Child. So, and that was a popular album for her. I mean, those songs were hits.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, it's like my favorite song from her, and I was just disappointed every time she never does it live. And I'm kind of curious as to why. Maybe that's the reason why. I don't know, but yeah, fucking Joan rules, dude. She's just a cool rocking chick, man. Love her.
Cool.
All right. So what's your number 5, Andy?
My number 5 is a woman that was just inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this past year. I'm talking about Sheryl Crow. I'm a big fan of hers. I think she's a great songwriter. She's made a handful of different albums. They have different genres. These last 2 albums she made in Nashville, and they've got kind of a laid-back country folk style sound to them. So, of course, I was introduced on the same time that everybody else was with All I Want to Do Is Have Some Fun, which was played at my wedding. That was the song that my wife danced to her friend who walked her down the aisle. That's what they danced to.
Oh.
But yeah, Sheryl Crow is going to be my number 5. She's amazing. And I like that song also that she did that duet with Kid Rock.
Ooh.
Big Picture.
Yeah.
I like that. I like Sheryl Crow.
I'll
but
tell you what, her self-titled second album is fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I
love the song.
The rest of the albums to me were just kind of like her
I love
debut
the
album.
song "If It Makes You Happy." That song.
Yeah,
rules.
that's on her second album. But
Yeah,
like leaving Las Vegas off her first album, that's a cool tune. Strong Enough, that's a cool tune. But her second album, I think, is her most complete album from start to finish. I like just about every song off that album.
I gotta say, since I moved down here to Florida, dude, I hear her song "Soak Up the Sun" constantly down here. I mean, it's a huge like fucking. I mean, it must be a regional thing because it's like I walk into a restaurant or whatever, it's playing the radio, and I always hear that song, dude.
It's like the state anthem.
Yeah,
do you hear the Beach Boys "Kokomo" too?
Not really.
Okay.
Probably a lot of Jimmy Buffett. Probably.
I will say this: if I turn on rock radio here, down here in Florida, they are very more forgiving than like the New York City area of like hair metal. They play a lot of fucking hair metal. Like they'll like up there, like the only Warrant song I'd ever hear on the radio would be like Cherry Pie. Like down here, like they play like Heaven and fucking a bunch of like Warrant songs, dude. Like them and a lot of Skid Row, a lot of just a lot of different bands, dude. Like and that I never heard on New York radio, man. They kind of New York radio seems like fucking hair metal. Like down here, it's kind of embraced, which is kind of cool. I dig it. It's funny. It's funny to hear perspective of radio in like a different state, like a different region. Because really, there is regional fucking things that are different from other parts of the country, man. That Sheryl Crow song though, I constantly
right.
It's
like 12 degrees here right now. If I heard that song right now, I'd probably break the fucking radio.
Dude, it was 49 degrees yesterday. I was freezing.
It was. I will say this: like the last 2 days, like when I got up in the morning, it was pretty chilly out. It was in the 40s down here, but 40s is still warm to some.
No, I used to live down there. I understand. That's like a fucking major fucking cold fucking front coming. 40 degrees, man.
Same thing here. 49, man.
But then by like late morning, early afternoon, it's like in the 70s again.
Yeah.
So that was your number 5, Sheryl Crow.
Yep.
So then I get to my number 5. It's a band that we interviewed on a Freeform Rock podcast, and I think she's one of the new up and comers of rock and roll blues. Lacey Crow of Bourbon House.
Good singer, man. Great voice.
She's fucking. If you want to hear somebody with soul, check out. I think they have 3 albums out now, and they just released a new single.
Yeah.
Again, we're really good friends with them, and you were pissed off at that interview, Jerry. You were okay, so don't get.
No, because you fucked me on that interview.
I did not fuck you.
We'll talk about that later. We'll talk. No, I'll talk about it later.
I told you to listen to each song.
I'm supposed to fucking be under a stress-free environment.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, so Lacey Crow of Bourbon House is my number 5. Your number 4, Al?
My number 4, I'm going with Doro Pesch, man. I mean, she's fucking. I agree with Jerry. I always associate her, like I said before, like Wendy O. Williams to me was like the Lemmy of like female, like fronted. Like artists, to me, Doro is like kind of like the Ronnie James Dio of like female. Yeah, dude. To me, that's like she's like the Dio of female. I mean, she's awesome, man. And like Jerry said, man, she still looks great, and she's just so humble. Like in interviews, she seems so humble and like down to earth, and here in America, I mean, she's not a household name, but I'm in Europe and like fucking South America, I'm sure. She goes down there and she's probably treated like as royalty, dude, like because Europe and fucking South America, when it comes to our type of music, our music, bro, they fucking rule, man.
Yeah.
And Japan.
And she was one of the first people to perform like when COVID was over. She'd like sell out drive-in movie theaters.
Yeah.
And people would sit in their car and she'd do a concert and shit.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, Japan,
cool,
they
dude.
love our music in Japan still.
Pretty fucking cool. Yeah, she's a cool chick. I love
her.
Dude.
I mean, I love her, man. I think she's awesome. And Warlock, the old Warlock stuff is really cool. And
Right.
That album that Jerry mentioned too, the first, or was that her first?
Doro. Yeah,
Yeah,
Doro.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking
dude,
dude.
great stuff. But she's put out. Recently, I think
bunch.
she just put out a duet like with fucking
Rob Halford. Yeah. Total Eclipse of the Heart.
That was horrible.
I haven't heard it yet, to be honest. I don't know what it
is
sounds
it?
like. I've not heard it.
Total
Eclipse of the Heart.
Yeah, I don't see that. I didn't hear it yet, but I don't see that being that great.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Is it the Bonnie? It's the Bonnie Tyler cover.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
She also did she and Mark will love this one. She did Only You off the Elder, like she did her own version of that.
Ooh.
Oh, right.
But I like her version, man. Her version's good.
You just got me a headache thinking about the Elder.
That bad of an album.
Jerry, what's your number 5?
That's the surprise. That's the surprise that Kiss is gonna do Saturday. They're gonna play Elder from start to finish.
What's your number 4, Jerry?
My number 4 is going to be Lizzie Hale. I mean, what can you say about her voice too? She's probably the best female singer out there currently right now, as far as bands from this century. I mean, amazing fucking voice, and they haven't made a bad album, man. They even do good cover albums, man. I mean, and she's just an incredible fucking musician. She's somewhat easy on the eyes, I guess, not as much as some of the other ones we talked about, but man, she don't need it because she can fucking belt it out and sing, man.
I've met her, and I've seen her up close, and trust me, she's easy on the eyes, bro.
Is she okay? Good.
Yeah.
She hasn't tried to be a sex symbol either. She's just a fucking kick-ass musician.
She has talent,
and she's cool. And she's cool to boot, man. She was really cool, nice, you know. So.
Dude, did you hear her do a fucking cover of that Heart song? All I Want to Do Is Make Love. Did you hear her version of that, dude?
No,
have you heard Dissident Aggressor?
I mean, just the fucking, she's just amazing. She can sing the phone book, man.
Have you heard her do Dissident Aggressor by Judas Priest?
No, I have not.
That's on their covers album. It's fucking amazing.
Well, they got like 3, don't they? Covers album?
Yeah, I got them all, dude. They do Metallica cover. They fucking rule, dude.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, 3? Wow.
Yeah, they do even. I think they do Soundgarden cover too, man. Really good shit, man.
Agreed.
Yeah, they have 3. They have volume 1, 2, and 3. Pretty good shit.
How? Oh yeah, sure. Of course.
So then we get to your number 4, Andy.
Yeah, my number 4 has been talked about already. I went to her museum here in Texas, in Port Arthur, Texas, where she went to high school. Janis Joplin.
Nice.
I've got several of her albums. She was okay with Big Brother Holding Company, but man, when she went solo, and when she played live, she really injected her own personality. And you know, when not just female, but when a singer puts in the personality into their albums, you love it, you see it, and that's what Janis Joplin does. I mean, she puts her everything into it, and it's so sad that she was here just for a short time, and we had just a little bit of her.
I was going to say, how many albums did she actually release?
3.
3? Okay. The only one I don't really know is Pearl. I couldn't tell you the other 2.
Yeah, there was Pearl and Got Them Old Cosmic Blues Again, which was their second one. And no, you know what? It might maybe just be those 2. And then what she did with Big Brother Holding Company.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. So that's where I was counting the 3, you know, cheap thrills. But the Old Cosmic Blues Again is a straight up rock, blues rock album. Big time.
Nice.
So that's my number 4.
So my number 4 has already been talked about, Taylor Momsen. And the story I kept telling Jerry, because Jerry said, Mark, did you open the gatefold of Death and Rock and Roll? And I go, no, open it up. And I look at it and she's fucking nude. And then go, you didn't open that up. I go, no, I was just leaving it closed. I was going to look at it later. And I go, oh my God, she's totally naked in this cover. But who cares about that? The lady.
Why'd you bring it up for?
Because it was a funny story. But
yeah, I know it was.
Taylor Momsen, she could sing, man. She gave, like Allison, she gave up acting for music because she said music was her first love, man. And I know she was on tour with Soundgarden when Chris died, and she took that very hard with Chris Cornell dying, and it hurt her. She loved Chris, and then he died on that tour with them opening for Soundgarden. So she's a great female singer, and they are in a studio making a new album, The Pretty Reckless. So if you don't know them, you better find out because they rule. So what's your number 3, Al?
I'm going with Andy, man, like fucking Janis Joplin, bro. And I pulled out like 2 rounds. I got the Pearl album here,
Nice.
and then I got the Cosmic Blues album. I got an old Cosmic Blues, so there. And I know I have a 1 or 2 Big Brother and the Holding Company albums too, but she's
I only have Pearl.
I think she's fucking awesome, dude, and like she was just a badass back in her day, man. And you know, obviously she didn't last long, but she's part of that 27 Club.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, but her voice, man, just fucking, it was so powerful, dude, and so just had that fucking personality to it, man. She was just somebody, one of those girls that, like, you know, you could probably just hang at the bar with, man, just fucking have drinks with and fucking just hang out and shit, and fucking she'd get rowdy then, and you know what I mean?
You under the table.
Yeah, she'd take my ass under the table, that's for sure, dude. Yeah, so but Janis Joplin, number 3, she's definitely up there, man. I mean, she's got a lot of respect for me, man. So that's my 3.
What's your number 3, Jerry?
My number 3 is Pat Benatar. I mean, talking about being all over the place in the 80s, man. You couldn't fucking go a fucking half hour without seeing one of her songs.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
She was the second video ever played on MTV. And another fun trivia question, that Neil Giraldo was actually the first guitar player ever to be featured on MTV. Anyway, okay. Because the first video was the Buggles. They didn't have a guitar player in it. So the second one was Treat Me Right. Was it Treat Me Right? I think it was. Can't remember. Anyway,
right. Yeah.
it was one of the songs. What a fucking voice too, man. I mean, holy shit. And she still can sing great. I haven't seen her in a little while, but I've seen videos. You've seen her, Mark, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she tours with her. I guess she includes her husband's name now, right? In the
well, because that's what it was supposed to be, but they wanted to put her out front.
Right.
It was supposed to be Gerardo.
Yeah, I mean, that was a partnership.
Yeah,
that started.
They wanted to put her out front, Chrysalis Records. So
right. And if you ever seen their daughter, holy shit, man! Don't kick my ass, Neil, if you ever seen me. But you got a gorgeous daughter. But yeah, I mean, just tons of hits. I mean, Hit Me With Your Best Shot, of course, which I guess she don't do that song anymore for some fucking stupid ass reason. I know the reason why, but it's ridiculous. Fucking do it. Yeah, I do too. I agree. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, We Belong, fucking Hell Is for Children, man. What an underrated fucking great tune that was.
The live version is awesome.
Heartbreaker, I mean, fucking loaded with great tunes.
Shadows of the Night, man.
Shadows of the Night, man. Fucking and what's the other song I can't think of right now?
Dude, fucking they had like Bella Age, Tropical is a good album. Invincible, fucking All Fired Up. She didn't have a bad album. She really didn't have. I even like that blues album they did. That was pretty cool.
What is the song that I love by her and I can't?
Her last album was Go. Did you ever hear her last album Go?
Fire and Ice. That's the song. I love that fucking song.
Jerry, did you hear her last album Go?
No, I have not actually.
You need to listen to that last album Go. It's fucking amazing. It's rock and roll, dude.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it is. I mean,
that was pretty years ago, but that was her last studio album, though.
But I love Pat, man.
She's doing a Broadway show called Invincible right now.
Yeah, I was actually front row to when the Grand Illusion. They did Styx did the Grand Illusion album. Pat opened up for him. That was fucking incredible show.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I've never seen her. I would like to.
Right, she was right in front of me, man. Like
I've seen her like 7 times.
Oh wow,
cool.
Fucking amazing. So we get to your number 3, Andy.
My number 3 is I think it's already been talked about. My number 3. Jeez, I didn't do this right at all. But my number 3 is going to be Ann Wilson from Heart.
Wow.
I think she's fantastic, and not just a great singer. She's a great writer, a great storyteller. The female version of Robert Plant, is what I always think of her. And just those early Heart albums, Barracuda, and a couple of songs where she was just belting it out, man.
Little Queen, Baby Lestrange.
Love
Yeah.
Alive, fucking great tunes, man. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
And I like the
Magazine is a great album
Heart,
too.
that subtitle Heart, when they make their comeback, even though they didn't write all those songs and they changed their sound, but it fit into the time. And
that was
sounded great.
That was a huge fucking album for them.
Album. That one and Bad Animals.
I like Brigade. Brigade was a great album.
Yeah. And in fact, their last few albums have been pretty good too.
Desire Walks On and the Red Velvet Car.
It's good to see. It's good to see them two getting along again, man. They're supposed to tour, I think, this year, aren't they?
Well, that was one of my stories that Anna Wilson said that Heart is not gonna go through the motions on this next tour. So if you guys want to get out and see a great band, go see them because they're gonna bring it.
Yeah,
that's what Anna just said. So that's a great pick, Andy. That might be coming up for me too. But this one has already been mentioned for my number 3, Lizzie Hale. I think Jerry picked her. So Lizzie Hale fucking rules. That last album, they made a bad album. I've been into them since their first album. I illegally downloaded it. I own it now. So, but fucking, because I always like female singers. I always look for female singers because I think she rules. She does fucking. Have you heard her do White Snake in the Still of the Night? Ooh, she fucking rules. So Lizzie Hale's number 3. What's your number 2, Al?
Going with Pat Benatar, man. Pat Benatar is my number 2. I've seen her live, I think twice. The first time I saw her live was just her and Neil. So it was like kind of like an acoustic thing, just to do just the two of them. And that was great. Like kind of a storytellers almost. They told stories about like songs and how they came up, and then they fell in love, all that stuff, but that was great. And then I saw her maybe like probably 2 years ago or something. I saw her again, and they had the full band, and that was awesome. And I love her, man. I mean, she still sounds great, and her shows were great, and it's fucking she's my number 2 for a reason, because she's just fucking one of the greats. And, she just finally got inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, too.
Yeah.
Deservingly so. I mean, she deserves it. So, took them long enough. But that's my number.
They went in together.
Yeah. Oh, and going back to what one of Jerry's picks was Christine McVie. I was just looking through my memories on Facebook. It was a year ago today that she passed.
Really?
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. So it was a year.
We did an episode in honor from Freeform, Jerry, remember?
Yep.
Yeah. So I just wanted to mention that because that was a good pick, Jerry. I didn't pick her, but yeah, she's the unsung, everybody always, the focus is always on Stevie Nicks, but she was great too, man.
And I don't think Christine minded it either. I don't think she minded being in the background.
Well, she was going to the bank.
True.
So then, Jerry, what's your number 2?
Well, speaking of Fleetwood Mac, I mean, you got to put Stevie Nicks in there somewhere, and she's always been one of my favorites. Solo, Wild Heart, her Belladonna, man, fucking great albums, dude. People think the Wild Heart's better, but I think Belladonna is fucking by far a lot better. I mean, and then there's stuff with Fleetwood Mac, of course. I mean, what more can you say, man? That voice, man, Jesus. She can wrap her voice around anybody and sound good, man. I mean, fucking Kenny Loggins, Walter Egan, fucking Tom Petty. I mean, who else is she? Don Henley, fucking, I mean.
But that Tom Petty song, Tom Petty was better when he did it by himself. I have that version.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, Stevie's awesome. Like I said, the last couple of years she's been a little salty. I just wish she would take it down a few notches with the Lindsay thing.
Yeah,
he's kind of taken the high road. The last decade or so, he really hasn't really been ragging on her too much.
And he had health scares too, I think. So
yeah, he did. The throat. He had throat something.
I thought he had a heart attack.
No, he had throat. he hurt his vocal cords.
No,
But
but
he
he
had
also
a-
had
bleeding.
heart attacks.
Yeah, he had
But
a
he
heart
had a heart
attack too.
attack too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he had something wrong with his voice though.
He probably had them both, but he had a heart attack too.
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely 100% about the heart attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to see him live. I love that album, Gift of Screws. Fucking great fucking album. Like experimental rock and roll. Listen to like Solo Lindsay after Go Insane.
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean,
Well,
good songs like,
shit.
Trouble, that's a good song.
Yeah.
Well, Tusk was
Fucking-
pretty fucking experimental. You
Yeah,
know?
his solo stuff was way experimental. He didn't go commercial like Stevie did. So
Right. Well, yeah.
he did what he
Tusk was an
wanted to do.
amazing. Tusk is a fucking amazing. I like it better than Rumors. I think it's a fucking
Yeah.
great album.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
I like-
because Lindsay was always moving forward.
Yeah.
With it.
I love Tango in the Night when he's doing the women voice going That's
I got to see
Lindsay.
him live one time in
Huh?
a small venue that held like 1,000 people.
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah, I don't like. You mentioned that song "Big Love." You're talking about. I think
Yeah,
that's the name
Big
of it.
Love rules.
I love him. He just performs that by himself live, just him and the guitar. Dude. I think
Acoustic.
that's
Yeah,
much,
it's really
yeah.
good too.
I
Yeah.
think that's much better than the studio version, in my opinion, man.
I like
I
both.
don't really care
versions,
for.
though.
I don't really care for the studio version of that song.
Oh. So then we get to your number 2, Andy.
Yeah, my number 2's already been talked about. Chrissy Hine
Yes.
from Pretenders. She is awesome. Because she can really rock and she can really sing the hell of a ballad. They had to go to England to make it because they couldn't make it here in America, so they had to move to England
Yeah.
to make it. Because
Chrissy went to England and got an English band around her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And wasn't she married to one of the Kinks guys for a while?
She was married to Jim Kerr of the Simple Minds. They had a kid together.
Okay. But
Yeah.
wasn't she married to like Ray Davies as well?
I have no
I
idea,
don't
but I
know.
know Jim Kerr was where she had her kid with. So
Okay. All right.
two ugly people having a kid. I wonder what the kid looks like. I'm sorry, guys. I love both of those bands too.
Yeah, I love the Pretenders, man. That's a good pick because I mean, like I think I talked about this an episode or two ago about fucking losing 2 people to drug abuse within a year in their band. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like fucking
Exactly.
was pretty, fucking fucked up, man. So
Yeah.
I think
But,
she's a Cleveland girl, right? Charles would probably like that. I think
Yeah.
she's from Cleveland. I think.
Yeah, she's from Cleveland.
Hey,
No
she
wait,
was-
or is it Minneapolis?
I thought it was Cleveland. You might be right though. But I've always thought it was Cleveland, but I'm wrong
Minnesota.
most of the time. So
Well, they had the song Ohio, right?
I think she
true,
was
yeah.
in Ohio. Yeah. Oh, that's a great song, man. Hey, but Chrissy Hind was on an episode of Friends doing Smelly Cat with
jeez.
Phoebe
Yeah, I
Buffet. I love
God.
Friends.
yeah,
Fucking-
we know.
I love fucking Matthew, whatever his name is.
Harry.
Matthew Carey. Yeah.
You're a big fan. I love Matthew, whatever. his
Hey,
name was.
nine-
but I'm a
hey,
huge fan.
I drank a whole fucking
Sorry.
thing of whiskey here. I drank a couple bong rips.
Big
So,
fan, big fan.
Yeah, big fan. No, he
Oh,
was
no.
in a movie with Bruce Willis called what is it? 9.5
Matthew
yards.
Perry is-
9.5 yards. Where like
The whole 9 yards.
the whole 9 yards. That movie rules. I own that on DVD.
He
I
comes
think
like
there
that.
wasn't there a sequel to that or
Like that
something?
with
I forget.
Yeah, that was okay, but the first one was cool because I like Bruce Willis bitching about you never put mayonnaise on a hamburger. It's ketchup and mustard. I love that fucking scene with Bruce, man. Hey, and Bruce is going away. Favorite
Yeah,
Christmas
sad.
movie, Die Hard, man. Fucking prayers to Bruce Willis's family.
Yeah.
That guy gave us a lot of fucking movies that is
Yeah,
even Moonlighting. Guys,
God, I remember watching Moonlighting as a kid, man, with my family.
it's
Yeah.
on Hulu now.
Oh, really? I used to watch it with my mom, but my mom or my wife was telling me that Bruce Willis and Matthew Perry were like best friends. That's
Yeah.
why Bruce Willis came out on Friends. Is because
Yeah, he was on Friends too. Yeah, he was dating Jennifer Aniston. That
Matthew Perry, and so he made I think he was like someone's boyfriend on there.
he was Jennifer Aniston's. He was an older man, and then one of the Ross was dating Bruce Willis's daughter, who was younger than him, but he was mad at Ross for dating his daughter. But he was dating Jennifer Aniston, who was kind of the same age difference. So it's kind of a hypocrite. And then he got all Jennifer Aniston opened up his emotions and he couldn't stop crying. So she broke up with him. He became such a baby. She couldn't handle him. So funny. Sorry, I just watched that episode. But then we get to your my number 2.
Yep.
My number 2 is Ann Wilson. We already talked about her, one of the greatest fucking female singers of all time. Well, my number 1 is my number 1. So what's your number 1, Al? Dun, 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 dun.
Number 1 is Ann Wilson, man. For me, she's the top of the heap, bro. And I've seen Hart a few times, quite a few times, man. And she just flawless. I've seen her solo with Jeff Beck and Paul Rogers.
Oh wow,
that was a great show. Seen one of the best Hart shows was when Jason Baum's Let's Have an Experience opened up, and then at the end of Hart's set, he came out and they did a whole Zeppelin like encore, which was fucking phenomenal, bro. I was like, and that's where I was just kept thinking like Jimmy Page really fucking he fucking really dropped the ball on, you know, how Jimmy Page went out with the Black Crowes as his backing band. I mean, after that, he should have took Hart out and did.
I agree. Yeah.
I mean, that would have been the fucking logical best choice, man. Because she could sing Zeppelin like there's no tomorrow, dude. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, so, and she's to me, she's like the greatest female rock singer for me. You know, so that's my number 1.
Yeah, because their version of rock and roll, freaking awesome.
I mean, that's what a staple on their, yeah, but rock and roll has been a staple on their set list.
They made Robert Plant cry doing Stairway to Heaven. And he doesn't like people doing Led Zeppelin songs.
Dude, I don't know how fucking Nancy Wilson stood on that stage fucking playing the beginning of Stairway to Heaven flawlessly in front of Jimmy Page and Robert Plant and fucking nailed it, dude. Fucking nailed it. I mean,
made Robert Plant cry, you know.
What a fucking performer.
I love on the single soundtrack. It wasn't Hart, but it was the Love Mongers, but the Wilson sisters, and they did Battle of Evermore, bro.
Great version.
Oh my god, what a great version of that, you know. So again, like Jimmy Page, man. I mean, he should have taken them under his wing and went out on tour with them, man. You know, like he did with Black Crowes. So, but she's my number 1, man.
So what's your number 1, Jerry?
Ann Wilson, of course. Who else could it be? I mean, what more can I say that you guys haven't said yet, except she's like just one of the best singers in history. I mean, I remember I went to that Hart, the solo, the 80s, the Hart album in the 80s. I went to that tour. My first time ever seeing him. I was just Honeymoon Suite opened up for him. It's reference from Mark there. And it's just like
what tour was that? Was that the first date?
Was that 85? That's like 85.
84, 85. I can't remember.
You know what happened? You know what happened on that tour?
She had the blue hair. What?
No, you know what happened? I didn't get to see it. My mom got me tickets because I stole batteries from Alpha Beta here in California. So the cop drove me home. My mom came out and said, Mark, send him to jail. Send him to jail. And the cop came back and he said, I talked to your mom and not sending you to jail. And then as I'm walking in with my mom goes, guess what, Mark? I sold your Hart tickets with Honeymoon Suite. You're not going to get to see them now. I go, fuck. I never got to see Honeymoon Suite.
I was in San Francisco at that time. So it's probably like a day or two after the one that I went to because, you know, we live in the same area.
That's a lesson to you kids out there. Listen, don't steal if you have a good mom.
like I said, it's great to see those two back together. I hate it when relatives fight like that. And, you know, Nancy had a very good reason if the reason why she was pissed at Ann happened, because if my sister's husband beat my kids, I would be a little, you know, pissed off too.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's actually what happened. That's what I heard, but that seems to be what, you know, everybody thinks is what happened. But and she can still bring it. I mean, she's lost a tad, but she can still, she's added this cool rasp to her higher register.
I saw her on her last solo album tour here at the El Rey like a year ago. She's really good. And then I put up videos on our Freeform Rock podcast video channel of Ann Wilson, and then people were just bitching about Bridge of Sighs all the time. That band can't play. Ann could sing it, but her band is horrible. She can't do that guitar. He can't do that guitar. That's a bunch of complaints about that, but she was great though.
Yeah, I mean, incredible. And Nancy's a good singer too, but Nancy's highlight is her harmonies with Ann. That's what gives her the spotlight. Just listen to them sing alone together. How great Nancy's harmonies are in that song with her with her sister on that one. I mean, just one of the bands I grew up with. Fucking always loved them, man. I mean, I agree with Mark. They've never made a bad album, in my opinion. Magazine was probably their least favorite, in my opinion.
That's a good album,
but an underrated hard album is Passion Works. I mean,
I love that. I refuse.
That's a great fucking album.
How can I refuse? Right? That's on there.
Allies, fucking great tunes,
great
man.
album.
I mean, there's no doubt she belongs on my list. And there's no doubt that she's number one. So that's my number one pick.
Yeah, man. She was great. And then we get to your number one, Andy.
My number one has been in my family for a long time. Ever since I was a kid, I've been listening to her because it's one of my family favorites. I'm going with Linda Ronstadt. She can sing anything.
I love Linda
rock,
Ronstadt.
Spanish, traditional, pop, country. Whatever you throw at her, she masters. Even the '60s pop rock stuff that she did with the Stone Ponies. So that's my number one is Linda Ronstadt.
Yeah, she's probably the reason the Eagles exist today.
Yeah.
She gave Glenn Fry and a job. Yeah.
Not just that, the her backing vocals on the Neil Young's Harvest throughout the album, fantastic on there. With her and James Taylor singing "Old Man." That's James Taylor and Linda Ronstadt with Neil. That whole community that I was talking about earlier with Joni Mitchell. So Linda Ronstadt is my favorite female artist.
Well, we all have a lot of the same picks, man, and it's cool. Me and you have the alternative picks, Andy, with Chrissy Hind and Kim Gord. That was pretty cool. So my number one is because I've seen this lady live with my mom like 4 or 5 times. Pat Benatar. I still have her tour book. It's all messed up for 7 in a Ragged Tiger tour. Seen her twice with my wife already. I've seen Ann Wilson once with my wife. I've seen Hart once when on the Brigade tour with Cheap Trick opening, which that was a great fucking show at the Forum, man. I remember that. That was a great one. I finally got to see them after not getting to see them on that Hart tour because I sold batteries. So kids, do not steal if your mom will take away your concert tickets. And that was like, I never stole again after that. I was done. That freaked me out. Plus being in the back of a cop car, my mom telling the cop to tell me to go take me to jail. Great, Mom. I miss you, Mom. You rule. But that was our top 11 female vocalists, man, a rock vocalist. So, man, you got any final thoughts, Andy? And pimp your stuff too.
I'm not going to pimp my stuff right now. I'm going to let Al pimp his stuff because it's his this week. So you go ahead, Al. You take it. What are we going to do next week on the Blackspinner Circle?
Next Wednesday on Blackspinner Circle, I came up since Kiss is ending this weekend. I figured we will rank the final tracks on each studio album, just the final tracks, just ranking those songs, ranking them. So the final track on each album gets ranked on each studio album. So final end of the road, final thing, whatever you want to call it. We'll rank the final songs on each studio album. So that's gonna be my idea. That's our show next week, next Wednesday. Anybody that wants to get in, I know you're not a big Kiss fan, Mark, but you guys are more than welcome.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun show. I'll let you guys know on Monday.
Yeah, I would do it, but I'm cool with that. If you guys do Rush again, but that was like a 4-hour show, Andy.
Man, that was long, man.
Oh man, you ain't kidding. It was fucking
I'm
long.
Sorry,
dude.
I'm very thorough. What do you want me to do? That's just
you need to do the live albums next ranking because we need to finish that episode.
Yeah, we never got to the live albums.
We never got the live albums, man.
No.
So I'll be on that one if you guys ever do Rush live albums. That'd be cool. But Andy, do you have anything to say too?
No, just that I am excited about the new stuff with Blackspinner Circle, and we have it's still going to be every Wednesday, and I'm thinking about my next topic, and I'll share that next week.
All right,
Yeah.
Jerry, man.
We were. I swear, I think my podcast that I try to get up is cursed. I really think it is. There's always something that fucking comes up. I think I'm probably Kate and Andy are going to fire me for my own podcast. I think, but I'm gonna get together with you two soon, and we're gonna do some fucking recording. I promise. I'm sorry. Shit's been coming up, and we'll get it
sick
done.
too, man.
Yeah, we're supposed to do. I think we're supposed to do what last Sunday, and I fucking got sick.
But haven't been falling in. But I keep on forgetting to pimp this out. Watch out for Jerry and I have a football podcast on Tuesdays called The Gridiron Smackdown, and it's a really, really good show. We do
it's fun.
Our picks for the week, and we do a review and a preview. And I'm also always looking out for Jerry's memory. That's always a really good segment on there. So that's on Tuesdays.
What was the last one? I can't remember. We didn't do one.
The last one that we did was about
the 83 draft. That's right.
The
with all the
83
quarterbacks.
draft.
Yeah, Jim Kelly, Marino, and all them. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
All right, man.
But cool.
And then I think tomorrow night I might toying with the idea of going to see Pat Travers, who's playing down here.
Jerry's gonna go see him
in
I
Clearwater.
was going to see him last Friday, but I got sick and I couldn't fucking go.
Oh, you were supposed to go see him?
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
In Murfreesboro, yep.
Playing tomorrow night here in Clearwater, man, and I'm toying with the idea of like, I don't have a ticket or anything. I just go there and buy it at the door. So I'm toying with the idea of just going there. I remember I asked Eddie Canestracci a while back if he wanted to go, and he was interested. So I haven't really. I got to give him a text, see if he still wants to go. But if not, then I know Ann Wilson's playing Sunday too around here. So
you should go. She's got a good band. I don't care what those people say.
Yeah. So anyway, like that's it for me. Yeah, I'm excited and thank you, Andy, again. Like I'm honored to be your co-host now. So it's really cool. We're gonna I got some good ideas cooking up, man. So
Oh yeah, and I forgot. I'm going to Tribute Fest on Saturday with a buddy of mine. So it's all these tribute bands. There's a tribute to Ozzy, Metallica, Motley Crue, Queensryche, Scorpions, Iron Maiden.
Oh wow, cool.
I don't know how Limp Bizkit got into that, but Godsmack. So it starts at 3 to midnight, and it's a free show.
Wow.
So
yeah, next Friday it's I get to see Led Zeppelin again cover band. Let me go see them.
Led Zeppelin again.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, and then next week we have the top 11 live albums. Andy, you said you're going to be on there.
I am going to be on there.
Joseph's a maybe. That was Jerry's pick. I don't know about you, Alf. You want to be on there? You could be on there.
Yeah, it sounds cool, man. I might be on there. I'll give you a definite, sometime soon.
All right, man. And also check out the Freeform Rock podcast. Tomorrow we have Reload with Eric Carnes and Pete Jordan. So if that's a load of crap, we might all agree on that album. You never know. So check it out. It might be just a comedy shit fest. You never know. Maybe is it Reloaded crap or do we like it? Check out the episode tomorrow. And also we have a Pat Travers episode coming up that Jerry picked. I got it written down in here somewhere. That's going to be our next live album of our live album series.
Go for what you know, dude. That's a great fucking live album, dude.
Yeah, I've seen him once.
I've seen him twice actually. I saw him open for Dickie Betts actually, and I saw him open for
there we go.
Who's the
there?
What's that Southern rock band that does now I can't think of the song. They had that one big hit, man.
Marshall Tucker Band?
No, not them.
Headhunters?
No. Shit, I'm fucking brain fogging. Anyway, I
Molly
saw him
Hatchet.
open up-
Molly Hatchet.
Molly Hatchet. That's it. Yeah. But whoever's left in Molly Hatchet. But anyway, I saw him open up for them, and he kicked ass, man. So, if I go see him tomorrow, I'm gonna bring my Go For It, live album. Maybe if I can meet him after, he'll sign it or something. So, anyway, Mark and Jerry, thanks for having me on as usual. I hope you feel better, Jerry.
I'm getting there, man. Thanks.
Yeah. So you guys are awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I hope you guys feel better. Hope you feel better, Jerry. Thank you guys for being on the show. Like,
Thanks.
share, and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button. Rub your ass on there, like Eric Arns P. Jordan says.
Don't
when
do
he's
that.
up
Don't
there.
do that. Don't please.
Oh,
don't.
come
he's-
on. Just give us some.
He says spread
credit.
your ass cheeks on.
Just
all
spread
over
your
it.
ass cheeks on something. Like I said, next week will be our top 11 live albums. And then the week after that is mine, which I pick one favorite album from 1980 to 1991. Andy said he'd be on that one too. So let me know if you want to be on that
That
one
is.
too.
That's gonna take like a month of research, dude.
You got like 2 weeks, dude. Do your shit. It's not bad, man. Thank you guys, man. You guys
All right,
all
I'm gonna
have a
go.
good-
I'm gonna go watch the Cowboys lose. So
All right.
What's the score? What's the score? What's going on?
35-30.
yeah,
You guys
Yeah,
are
I don't worry.
driving now.
I hope so.
No,
All right.
it's driving the other way.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, man.
Like I said, I don't. Whoever loses or wins, it's no sweat off me, man, because I hate both teams. There you go. So,
Have a great night.
All right, guys.
you have a
Take
great
care.
night too. Later.
Fuck you.
Bye. I'll let you go now. Later.